Alrighty. First of all, I would like to recognize the crew this morning. I would like to thank you for all being here within ample time of the show open, concluding with the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I would like to thank everyone for being here. I think, well, I've been here since 5:30, but, I've adjusted my schedule, with my afternoon duties now over, since I decided to end my syndicated afternoon program after 22 years. I have started to readjust my lifestyle a little bit, and I am now... Fester, why do you look all confused over there? I mean, you're just like... Are you just trying to log onto the computer? You look like all confused face or something.
I think the entire computer reset, and everything that we're normally logged into in the morning...
Right.
We're unlogged. So it just takes me a couple seconds. I'll get it.
All right,
done.
because you have like this baffled look, and you know what? That makes sense because it's very difficult for you to operate a computer. I watch you on a daily basis. But I'm just looking at you, and
just start the morning bashing us all.
No,
Wait
wait a minute.
I
I wonder if other morning show hosts do this to their
I
co-hosts.
got to tell you something. Listen.
No,
listen.
I started with a compliment.
Oh,
I'm thanking you guys for being here early this morning, and then as I'm complimenting, I look at Fester, and his face is like he's got this baffled look on his face.
Here's the thing.
Like you've just been presented with like the mathematical equations in Oppenheimer on the blackboard in the classroom with all these equations on nuclear fission and quantum mechanics and everything. And I'm just looking. It's not bashing. I'm just making an observation.
Here's the one thing you'll realize about MJ. I'm talking to the listeners now. There's really no such thing as a compliment.
What are you talking about?
Oh, look at now. Oh, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I was complimenting you guys. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
I want to thank all you guys for being here 35 seconds before the show starts instead of, showing up when I'm already beginning the program. I'm thanking you guys.
I want to thank everyone for being here on time the whole entire week so far.
Yeah. What is today? Thursday? First day of school for many.
Big day today, yeah.
Big
Yeah,
day.
so-
I would rather be home with my baby, getting her ready for school, but I'm here with you guys.
You should have taken the day off.
I know.
You should have.
I know.
This is a big day, Roxanne.
I know.
Well, we still have a radio show to do.
A significant day in a child's life, first day of
It's
school,
tough.
I think is
It's
worthy
tough.
of skipping.
Taking a morning show off?
Yes. So let me tell you.
I disagree with that.
Okay,
I'm
when you
sorry.
had children, you prioritized children over work in many instances.
Okay, give me an example. I mean, listen, my family obviously is number one, but
Sure.
I have a responsibility to do a morning show every day.
Right.
I never missed work for first day of school.
I think it took a couple of days to go to children's events. Or
but I would leave the show early sometimes at 9:30 if I had to be at a 10 o'clock event. Anyway, so I have my cheat sheet. Got my cheat sheet on first day of school today. So first day today, this is the 10th of August. It is Thursday, the first day of school. Today for Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Sarasota, Citrus. Now, Polk County, they're going to start school tomorrow on Friday, and these straggling slackers up in Hernando, they don't start till Monday. Yeah. So I just thought I'd, start
So
the
what's
show.
your new schedule? You never said it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to get to that. I just thought I'd start the show by letting you guys know that I am now here about a half an hour early.
Oh, that's.
Earlier than usual. So
What do you do?
I hope you're doing web posts in that.
Yeah. That
Seriously.
gives you a solid 27
You got all the
minutes.
time in
Yeah.
the world to do web posts. Now all afternoon. You can do 5 a day.
No, I don't, and no, I won't. So, no,
It's critical.
I am now able to breathe because doing this morning show, just prepping the on-air portion of this morning show is a full-time job. And now I'm able to devote more time and get even more in depth on research and content. And I'm able to, I'm able to get more than 4 hours of sleep a night.
That's a plus.
That
Must be nice.
That is my updated schedule that I'm now able to live not quite a normal life because, when you add up my prep, my work day on air, it's still much more than your typical 8-hour day.
You still work the least of any of us in the room at this point. You work least than me. I work all damn day. How about you? What are you doing? Web posting and napping.
What?
Bester has 2 jobs.
Listen,
Bester sells RVs.
Who are you directing that to? Web posting and napping.
That's what you're going to be doing now.
I don't web post, and I'm not going to web post. I pay somebody to do that.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I'm not web posting. I've got someone on payroll that's web posting for me. You think the major Beasley morning shows in this company? You think Preston and Steve in Philadelphia? You think Steve and Chuck the Dave Freak or whatever they are? Do you think those guys are
Chuck the Dave?
I don't know.
You think they're posting?
So this company has a big Philadelphia show. They've got a big Detroit show.
Yeah.
We're an A-list, top talent show, the MJ Morning Show here in Tampa. And do you think those hosts on those other shows up in those markets, Philly and Detroit, you think they're doing web posts? They think they're doing all the clickbait? No, absolutely. They're having their producers do it. I'm probably the only schmuck that's actually paying somebody on the side to write the web posts, for the website. I don't have time to sit around and do that. I'll come up with ideas, but I'm telling you right now, some of the other top-tier talent in this company, they're not sitting there,
searching for top 10 taco stands.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
In Temple Terrace.
Yeah.
Top 10 taco stands in Temple Terrace.
Drives me nuts.
So, hey, folks, please, with school opening today in the bulk of our counties, don't be a schmuck on wheels. I mean, literally, don't be a schmuck on wheels, and make sure your toupee's not all blowing around in the wind like Maury.
Maury's wigs?
No, well, because Maury, remember Maury said, "What do you think? I'm a schmuck on wheels?"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little schmuck on
Pay
wheels.
me.
Yeah.
I want my money.
Would you like to be strangled from the back seat with some piano wire?
Let's stop by and get some cannolis for Marie.
All right, so folks, seriously, school's open today. It is dark out right now. Some of the early bus stops, I'm sure, are not far away. Do not drive like a maniac. Well, you shouldn't drive like a maniac ever, but especially with school now opening in most counties today, just be careful and recognize the school buses are out. School buses are obviously, some drivers are probably new, trying to learn their routes. So be careful. First day of school, little public service tip from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. All right, just getting rolling. It's a pretty busy show on a Thursday, so I would plan on listening to this whole damn thing. And if you can't, remember, we're podcast. The entire show's podcast by usually by 11 a.m. this morning. Pat with traffic. What's up, buddy?
Go big.
MJ Morning Show at Q105. It is 6:20, and the Buccaneers preseason about to get rolling. What is it? Tomorrow night at Ray J, and the Bucs will play the Steelers. Now, we don't do a ton of sports on this program, but I am kind of intrigued about a couple of things. Who is going to gel as the Bucs quarterback? I guess the word came out that they are going to start Baker Mayfield tomorrow night.
Okay.
Listen, coming off of Tom Brady, I mean, you want to talk about a total reset. You want to talk about flipping the table upside down.
Yeah, vibe switch.
Yeah, you want to talk about grabbing the tablecloth and ripping everything off the table and all the food and entrees go. I'm not talking about the trick where you pull the tablecloth quickly and all the plates and glasses and everything remains on the table. No. The Bucs this season, they're pulling the tablecloth and everything is just smashing on the floor.
Have you done that before?
You know what? I think I have tried that before.
I've done it.
Where'd you do that?
At a Chinese restaurant in Connecticut.
What? How did that come about?
I mean, I was like 2, but my mom said I ripped the whole entire.
Oh no, you weren't doing the trick.
No, my mom said I just grabbed the whole tablecloth and ripped the whole thing, and all the spices and sauces and plates and everything.
You mean
broke.
the hot mustard sauce and that orange napalm looking gel that sits in the little jar to dip your little wonton wafers in? Is that it?
It's called duck sauce.
Yeah, whatever.
It's delicious.
Whatever. Anyway, so Buccaneers. I'm also intrigued by the fact that earlier this year there was some projection that the Bucs were only going to win one lousy game this year. Is that still an accurate prediction?
So ESPN predicted the Bucs will win 6 or 7 games.
But who predicted earlier this year that with Tom Brady gone, I'm telling you, there was some kind of a story that came out in, I want to say, March or April, not too long ago, and some sports source had said that the Bucs could possibly win only one game this season with the absence of Tom Brady and a lot of players leaving the team. Listen, Leonard Fournette is gone. He's burning down SUVs on 275 and what? And Fowler or whatever the hell.
Right around there. Yeah. He's very busy right now.
So who said here? Right there. Look at this.
Okay, so according to DraftKings,
that was it. It was DraftKings.
The Buccaneers are favored to win one of their 17 games. That means they're dogs in 16 of their games.
Okay, was that what I saw?
Yeah, I don't think they're predicting a 1-win season. That's a really bad team.
So listen, I'm no sports expert over here. So did I misinterpret that headline? I knew I saw something. This was from May 15th. Tampa Bay Buccaneers favored to win 1 out of 17 games. Favored to win what?
So
hold on. How am I misinterpreting that?
Okay, so
the Buccaneers are favored to win 1 out of 17 games.
They're the underdog in all the other games except one.
Yeah, there's betting odds. A team has a favorite.
Well, doesn't that mean that they're favored to lose 16 out of 17 games?
You've obviously never gambled before.
I don't sports bet. I've never man.
The dog wins all the time.
I'm very clear. I'm an open book. My gambling consists of craps. When I gamble, I play craps. And as I've discussed on this program in the past, I clearly don't have a gambling problem because the last time I gambled, outside of, buying the Powerball or Mega Millions lottery tickets, the last time I gambled was, I think, February of 2019 or February of 2018 when I took Chloe to a soccer ID situation up at the Marquette University in Wisconsin. And there was this Indian casino right across from the indoor soccer bubble where the Marquette soccer teams practice, when it's cold and wintry outside.
Yes.
I mean, literally right across the street. I'm like, and, it was like a 2-day deal. I was there like Saturday and Sunday, and it was like 8-hour days. And listen, I love my daughter. I love to watch, and we invested a lot of time in her soccer, and eventually, got her multiple offers from Division I schools to play soccer for various universities. And she did end up going on a scholarship to University of New Hampshire, a Division I school, to play women's soccer. But as I've confessed in the past, I didn't, at least the first day, I didn't spend much time with the other parents in the soccer bubble. I went across the street to the Indian casino and
blew it all.
What?
Blew all your money.
Yeah. The whole thing.
No, I dropped 3 crisp $100 bills on the table. Hey, Fester, go to Google.
Yes.
And I want you to type in Indian Casino, Wisconsin, Marquette. So bring that up, and I want to know the name of the Indian tribe whose casino I took for a ride.
Ooh.
Is it the Ojibwa?
No, that's not it. No,
Okay.
no, dude, you're reading a sponsored ad. All right, hang on a minute. Let me see.
Here's all the casinos in Marquette.
Don't-
The Potawatomi?
Yeah, that was it. That's exactly it. It's the Potawatomi. What did you say?
Potawatomi.
It's the Potawatomi.
Okay, Potawatomi.
Why are you talking like that?
I'm pronouncing the
It's
word.
Potawatomi. It's the Potawatomi or the Potawatomi. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Potawatomi. I don't see that at all.
Dude, P-O-T. It depends if it's a short O or a long O.
Well, I'm going with the other one. Potawatomi.
It's right there. It's on West Canal Street. That's the place I went. And the Marquette University soccer bubble is right across the street. It's in Milwaukee.
So
and it's right across the street. And while Chloe and the other parents are all inside the soccer bubble, I'm on the craps table going, let's go, 6-6, let's go, 6 or 8, come on, 6 or 8. So, Roxanne, why would you assume that they took all my money?
Because that would have been a really funny story, too.
That didn't happen.
That wasn't the outcome.
I put 3 $100 bills on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I got my color, got my chips.
Right.
$300. I walked out with $3,000.
Good for you.
Yes. I walked out with
Took 'em.
$3,000. So I took the Potawatomi Indian tribe for a ride, man.
Oh, dude, afterwards they had a meeting. They're all like, Psh, you see this guy? How?
Jesus.
How?
Oh, dude, what are
You
you?
nuts.
How did he come in here with $300
Dude,
and leave with $3,000?
Really? You're gonna drop the how joke?
How did that happen?
Really?
I
Are
bet
you trying to get canceled over here by the Potawatomi Indians?
How?
Stop it.
How am I going to get
Dude,
canceled? All right, do we still care about the Bucks?
Yes.
Okay, so
yes. I was talking about. I don't know much. I don't know much about sports gambling. I've never sports bet.
All right. So
Now, BJ, back during the MJ and BJ days.
He'd place a bet, huh?
Hey, what do you think? What do you think BJ was laying down a week on some of these games? Because you were his money runner, right?
I was the guy. Well, see, so Tuesday was payday or pay the bookie day, and then if you won, Wednesday was collect day.
So, did you ever take a look at how much money you were either picking up or dropping off?
No, because
And you used to meet at Beef O'Brady's, right?
well, it's gone now, but the Beef O'Brady's in kind of in town and country, kind of like Sheldon Memorial
On Hillsborough?
Yeah, it's gone now. It's
Okay,
something else.
right.
It's not there any longer.
Right.
But we used to meet in the back room of the Beef O'Brady's, and I would have like a shoebox full of money sometimes.
Yeah, little insight. I think we've talked about this in the past, but
Degenerate.
Fester used to be BJ's gambling mule during the old MJ and BJ days. So, did you ever take a look at what is the most what was the most money you ever picked up where BJ won?
So he won $14,000.
What the hell? 14 grand?
Yeah, it was a playoff weekend.
Oh my God! You picked up 14 grand in cash from the bookie dude at
You know what
Beef
it was?
O'Brady's?
I remember the exact game. It's when the Atlanta Falcons beat the Minnesota Vikings, I think, to go to the Super Bowl, like in 1998 or 1999.
My God!
And then BJ won a boatload of money on the Evander Holyfield Mike Tyson fight.
How much was that?
I mean, it was many thousands of dollars.
Let's go over how much he's lost.
Okay,
all right.
so
So,
he's
what
lost.
what was the biggest loss that you ever saw on a weekend?
I mean, I think I had when I had to bring money, it was in envelopes. When I got money, it was in my hand.
So
So
you never opened the envelope
I
to
mean,
see.
I know me. If you put a stack
If you
of
were to guess, How much? What was the worst loss, do you think?
7,500.
Wow.
Because it's a couple of games. Maybe about $1,000 a game. You have a bad weekend.
I got it. All right. So anyway, where were we with on the Bucks? So the Bucks preseason's tomorrow night, first game, and they play the Pittsburgh Steelers. And anything else we need to know?
Nope.
I mean, listen, preseason typically blows, and there's a lot of people don't pay attention to preseason at all.
Head coach of the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, is returning to town because he used to be a coach for the Buccaneers for quite a long time.
But you're about to say something else. He used to be
coordinator is what I was going to say, but he wasn't a coordinator.
All right.
He was a coordinator.
I think you're about to combine coach and a buck.
I think you're right.
I thought seriously. I thought you were going to say he's a cuck. That's what I thought you were.
Coach and buck. You're right. It would be
he's a cuck. That's what I thought you were saying.
All right. So that's certainly not Mike Tomlin.
All right. Anything else we need to know about the Bucks tomorrow night?
Starters are going to play a series, maybe 2. Bacon won't be in there long. Next week, though, MJ, if you care, the Buccaneers go to New York to play the Jets preseason, and that's cool because
why is that cool?
The Jets are on Hard Knocks on HBO.
Oh, really?
Super cool. They're always on Hard Knocks.
I saw the first episode last night. Super cool. Super cool, Roxanne.
I can't get my eye off of $14,000
That was the. That was the win.
Well, off the win. All right, 6:32 at the MJ Morning Show as we get rolling here on a Thursday morning. I am looking at a very entertaining pile of early morons in the news. And this segment is designed to start your day to make you feel better because no matter how down in the dumps you are or whatever's going on in your life, when I tell you about these morons, there's no way that your situation in your life is worse than these morons. So it's sort of it's an exercise in mental health and wellness. And it's next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Hey, Look at this enormous pile of early morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. Again, welcome back to school, all the folks that typically have not been up at this time for the last couple of months. And in fact, Roxanne, you're yawning over there.
No, that wasn't a yawn. That was a wince.
What were you stabbed with an ice pick? Why were you wincing?
Well, I mean, it's not that personal. I'll share it with you. I have a glute cramp.
You've got glitter on your cheek, by the way. It just caught the light. Yeah, Roxanne's the only one with her own private TV light to illuminate her face. So on MJ TV, I guess I look like a washed out, terrible-looking dude with jaundice and terrible shadows. Whereas true. Roxanne's camera, can we do a little camera test? All right, so this is my camera.
Right.
All right, here I am. I'm waving. Now look at Fester. All right, Fester.
Sorry.
All right.
I mean, I just have the studio light.
Now look at Froggy. Look at Froggy's.
Oh.
What the hell is he?
Oh, here he comes.
Been on the air for 2 minutes already.
Well.
Hey, Froggy.
Yeah. And I don't want to hear that. And I don't know. No deal. Sorry, I was on a big call. Sorry.
What? At 6:42 in the morning, you're on a...
Yeah, it was a big call. It was a big deal, and I just turned it down.
What are you doing?
But he's calling back.
All right, now,
Call
folks...
my agent, I told you.
Now, folks, if you're watching MJ TV, look at Roxanne's camera. Look at that. Oh, she's all illuminated like an angel over there. Look at that.
Yeah, with a simple ring light. It's just a ring light, and then I have my.
Oh,
no, he's just.
No,
I always do.
That's what I'm saying. So, do me a favor. Read the text that you just started to share with me during the break. So I mentioned, hey, it's back to school for most of our listeners today. So, Roxanne, you just got a text. Before I get to morons in the news, you got a text.
Yes, and it says, I just want to say thank you for this lighthearted humor in the morning. I'm a teacher heading back to school with students for the first day this school year, and I look forward to having a laugh on my way every morning.
Aw, is there a name on that?
No, I just said, nope.
And you can tell the last time this person texted, right?
Yeah, the last time she texted was June 1st.
Right after the school year ended.
Wow. Yeah, because school ended last part of May, right?
The last day of May or something like that.
Or about. All right, let's do some early morons in the news. I had this earlier this week. I just didn't get to it, but it's not that it's not a good story. Did you see this guy here in Florida that attacked a nurse at the ER at a hospital and then ripped a plumbing pipe from the wall, flooding the whole freaking hospital?
What?
Yeah. This happened down in Southwest Florida. This is down in Naples. Guy's been charged with flooding a hospital emergency room, attacked a nurse first, stripped off his clothes. 53-year-old guy was agitated while he was waiting at the North Collier Hospital down in Naples. This is last weekend, according to the Collier County Sheriff's Office report. The guy blasted into the ER, pushed a patient down, grabbed a nurse and pushed her in the head. Then hospital staff tried to corral him in a room to keep him from hitting other patients and hitting other staff. The dude ripped off his clothes and then ripped a high-pressure water pipe from the wall. And it's spraying water. Before you know it, there's an inch of water in the room, and it's flowing all down the hospital corridor.
You got to be pretty strong to pull a pipe out of the wall.
Man, was he on PCP or something?
I tell you what.
Doesn't that jack up your strength?
Yeah, you lift up a car on that stuff, I heard.
You what?
You can lift a car. If you're jacked up on that stuff, you have crazy strength.
And then even if you get shot at, it doesn't take you down. You're still all PCP'd running around.
Man, I wish I could find that video. I remember, I don't know whether it was on Cops or whether it was on some Fox special People on PCP Gone Wild. I think that was remember when animals attack and all those crazy old Fox reality things back in the day?
Back when Fox was good.
I remember that there was video that I saw of a naked dude running down the street, and the cops are trying to corral him, trying to take him down, trying to restrain him. Naked dude, and he was just flinging cops off him left and right, with super strength. And I think the dude was on angel dust. He was on PCP. So I don't know what caused this, but this dude down in Naples, he flooded the entire emergency room. So the whole ER was flooded.
You know what this sounds like? Great inspiration for a scene in Mario Brothers 2.
What?
Yeah, because they're plumbers.
You know what?
What?
Wouldn't it be great, Fester? Did you see Mario Brothers?
I saw Mario Brothers, the original. Mario and Luigi are plumbers.
They're plumbers. This would be perfect.
That they have
caper to solve.
They get what kind of caper? You got a maniac in the ER ripping water pipes off the wall. They flood the place. So Mario and his brother, the plumber, they go fix the pipe that flooded the ER.
Okay, so Bowser is on PCP in Mario Brothers 2, and Peaches is a nurse.
Yeah. So deputies finally subdued the guy with a taser. He was taken into custody, and he's facing, aggravated battery charges, criminal mischief charges, 4 counts of that. But that's a mess. What? First of all, what kind of hospital has high pressure water pipes on the wall? Am I missing something here?
It sounds like something you'd want to put behind the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking. I'm not an architect. I don't know.
From an aesthetic standpoint. Yeah, you want to. I don't think you want high pressure water pipes sticking out of a wall.
In this triage room, we want to look very industrial. We want the pipes exposed.
Man, I wish I could have seen this. A road rage incident in Texas ends up with the faces of the individuals getting spray painted. So someone comes out of their car during a road rage incident, confronts you, and then sprays you in the face with white spray paint. I guess it's better than a knife or a gun.
Yeah, spray paint is a weapon, man. You're right.
A Texas guy turned white with rage. Spray paint, arrested earlier this week. David Winston, 35, accused of one count of felony criminal mischief, according to the Harris County Constable, Precinct 4, Mark Herman, who issued the press release on this very odd road rage incident, along with Facebook postings of photos of the spray-painted faces here. Deputies arrived at an area near a strip mall, and this was in response to a road rage call. There's a meat market right near where the incident happened. So Texas law enforcement, they show up at the scene. Upon arriving, this is from the narrative, from the police report. Upon arriving, the complainant reported that while traveling northbound on so-and-so, a driver in front of them was distracted with his phone and failed to maintain a single lane. While stopped at a red light, the distracted driver failed to progress when the light then turned green. The complainant hit the horn.
Okay.
The driver of the car that wasn't moving became very annoyed at the horn honking. And, well, in response, that individual was set off, began throwing objects at the vehicle that was honking behind him, while both vehicles were then in motion finally. And then images supplied by law enforcement, both drivers were driving small SUVs. Then it starts to get strange.
Now it starts to get strange?
One of the individuals, David Winston, used a can of spray paint on the honking person to paint their face and then started painting the vehicle and then break the back window. At some point, the person who was spray painted also was able to get a hold of the can and started spray painting the original aggressor with spray paint. You've got two guys with their face. You got to see the picture of this.
Look at this guy's face, Froggy. It looks like he's going to a clown contest.
It looks like he's doing the kabuki theater or something in Japan.
He does a kabuki. Man, he got to sit there and let him spray him.
Look at that.
Wow.
Both individuals ended up all spray painted.
Oh, kabuki'd up.
I have never heard of a spray paint road rage incident. I guess it is better than getting knifed or shot at, right?
I mean, if I had a choice, I'd probably take knife first.
Well, if you get spray paint in your eye, doesn't it stay? Doesn't it hurt you?
It can't be good for you.
David Winston was seen as the aggressor. He was arrested, booked into the Harris County Jail in Texas. Felony criminal mischief. Hey, he could spend a couple of years in prison, actually. So I've just never heard of a spray painting incident.
Hey,
yes?
I got a cool PCP story when we come back.
I'm breaking. 6:51 at the 6:51 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. I'm not even done with early morons in the news. I've got a couple of additional doozies that we'll get to in just a matter of minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. So stand by. Morning Show on Q105. It's something about Shaggy's voice. I love Shaggy's voice. It's just so unique. I'm a huge Shaggy fan. Also, the other Shaggy. Zoink, Scoob! It's me, Shaggy! You think that's a coincidence? I love both Shaggys. I like that Shaggy, and I like the Scooby-Doo Shaggy.
I bet you if Scooby-Doo Shaggy and real Shaggy met in real life, they'd be really good friends.
First day of school for many. Let me get my list here. Let me get my MJ Morning Show cheat sheet here. So, first day of school for Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, and Sarasota, and Citrus. Those are the counties that I have. I'm sorry about Hardee County. I don't have that on my list. or Highlands. But listen, be careful out there, folks. Just be very cognizant. You shouldn't be a jackwagon driver anyway, but be extra careful with the school buses running this morning, kids at bus stops this morning. So first day of school. All right, folks. And then Polk County starts tomorrow. Polk County tomorrow. Folks, you know what time it is? It's time to make that legal call.
Ooh.
Yes. I'm going to present you with some facts, and you tell me case or no case. All right? Brand new feature on the MJ Morning Show.
So this isn't like you be the judge, because that would already be a case.
Exactly. This is case or no case. I'm going to give you the fact pattern here, and you tell me if the individual has a viable legal case. Hey, listen, maybe there's some attorneys listening. You'd like to weigh in on this. All right, so if any attorneys are listening right now, hey, you're welcome to call in. Once you hear the details of the situation, you tell me case or no case. Let me give the attorneys the phone number. 800-990-1047. So if you're an attorney and you'd like to weigh in on this, 800-990-1047. Here's the deal. And it's a little gruesome. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit.
Okay.
What are you laughing at?
I mean, it's a little gruesome. Hold on.
Woman sues aviation company after witnessing an airline worker on the ground getting sucked into the engine.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, this is so case or no case. So this woman is claiming all kinds of mental anguish. The plane is pulling into the gate at the San Antonio, Texas airport, and this dude right into the jet engine.
We covered that story? We talked about that when it actually happened, right?
I think we talked about a case in Alabama. There was another case in Alabama. This happens a little more frequently than you'd imagine. This is weird. A woman has filed a lawsuit after witnessing a man being ingested into the engine of a jet at San Antonio International Airport. This is not too long ago. June 23rd, Mackenzie Hill was returning home to San Antonio. She flew to Los Angeles. According to the lawsuit, she had just graduated from a 2-year program, some type of a religious program, women in ministry. And as a graduation gift, she treated herself to a trip to Disneyland and then flew home. As the plane made its way to the gate, she noticed a man coming uncomfortably close to the plane on the ground. As the man closely approached the massive jet, she witnessed the man suddenly get ingested into the jet engine.
Okay, the first part of what you just read, she watched him come unnaturally close or too close or something like that?
Dangerously close. Uncomfortably close is what I said, yes.
So it sounds like he may have been, God bless him, but he may have been the one who made the mistake. So why is she suing
there's more to the story here. Let me get it all out.
Okay.
So it turns out they ruled the airport worker's death a suicide. So suicide by jet engine.
That would be the last.
I don't know about the last.
So I'm gonna spare you the details on what this woman allegedly saw at the airport, but
it's got to be like putting a tomato in a blender.
The flight crew immediately got on the PA system and told all passengers, "Shut your window shades." Everyone so they're on the PA system. Shut your window shades.
Okay.
So everyone, shut their window shades. And, well, some of the other details have come out that the worker reportedly handed a suicide note to his supervisor before this happened. In addition, made prior outbursts at his job. Apparently, he suffered from substance abuse problems.
Okay, so the guy's unstable.
He had possible criminal charges pending, according to the report. So, this worker had issues. But, I mean, what a way to go that you want to check out and you throw yourself into a jet engine as a jet is arriving and pulling into the gate. That's unbelievable. So here's the deal. Let me tell you what this woman is seeking.
Yes.
This woman in her lawsuit, the passenger that looked out the window and saw this terrible thing happen, she is now seeking a jury trial to award damages in the following areas: mental anguish, physical impairment in the past. I'm not quite sure what the hell that means. Loss of wage earning capacity, both future and present. DTPA treble damages. Treble damage, yeah. Reasonable and necessary medical expenses, both past and future, and then attorney's fees. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go around the room here with our novices on the law, Roxanne, Fester, and Froggy, and the question is, case or no case? She's just sitting on a plane and some deranged airport ramp worker throws himself into the jet engine and she's witnessing what happened, the gruesome after effects.
All right.
So, Fester.
Yes.
Does this woman have a case against the airport, the airline, everybody? Does she have a case for just happening to be looking out her window when this guy did this on the ramp at the airport? Yes or no?
I have a very extensive legal history, both being sued several times.
What have you been sued for?
Illegal dumping.
Hold on. What have you been sued for? You've never been sued.
I've watched every episode of L.A. Law.
All right, answer my case or no case. Does this woman have a case for essentially mental anguish and severe emotional distress? Yes or no?
I think she has a case.
All right, Roxanne, do you think she has a case?
Someone will take her case, but I would have to see the note to make that judgment. If the note said, I'm going to go to the jet engine and do it, then maybe she has a case. But if it was unspecific, no case.
Froggy, case or no case?
No case.
And why do you say that?
Well, you have to be like me. You have to desensitize yourself to things like this. Like horriblevideos.com, one of my favorite sites.
Wait a minute. There's no website called Horrible Videos.
Yeah, there is, and you don't want to go to it because there are really nothing but horrible videos.
No, there is. Dude, you're telling me there's really a website called horriblevideos.com?
Every day. You got to desensitize yourself so you can handle yourself in these situations.
Fester, you spelled horrible wrong.
H-O-R-R-I-B-L-E. You spelled it like phonetically horrible. H-A.
It might not come up in here. It's a pretty brutal site.
Horrible. Dude, there's no website called Horrible. Oh, it's blocked.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
It just came up. This site has been blocked by your network administrator. Reason: violence, hate, racism. Yeah, well, holy crap, really?
Sounds like a great
your phone.
Sounds like a great page to have as your favorite, Froggy.
How is it every day you tell us about some new YouTube streaming channel or
I'm on it, man. I'm on the tip, as the kids say. No cap here.
You're on the tip.
That means I'm not lying.
As the kids say?
Not capping.
Boy. Hey, Roxanne, question for you. Are you still getting the light flashes out of your eyeballs?
You know, it's funny you said that. They mostly went away for the most part, but then every so often I'll get a couple, but I'm still seeing the ophthalmologist. I see him once every couple of months to keep an eye on it.
Right.
Keep an eye on it.
Roxanne, a couple of months ago, Roxanne thought that she was having some kind of neurological disorder or brain malfunction. Roxanne thought that she was dying because suddenly she's driving into work and she's got all these like white flashes, like almost like fireworks going off in your side vision. Was that it?
Yes.
It was your side vision, right?
Yes.
and it turns out that it's some kind of liquid in your eyeball or something.
Yep, good memory. It's the vitreous detachment.
There we go. So,
Ew.
and this just happens as you get older? It's nothing major?
Well, it does happen gradually as you get older, but mine happened suddenly, probably due to the activity that I did when we did the obstacle course. Because remember, Fester, when we were out there doing the obstacle course,
you guys went to the TPD thing.
Yes,
right.
yes. It's not a bad thing. It's totally fine. Like I can see everything's fine. But basically, when I was lifting the dead weight, I yanked it so hard.
I exerted. It was straining.
Yeah, and I could
That's
feel
an ISO right there. I yanked it so hard.
Give me an ISO on that. Put that on the Roxanne sound wall. Listen, I just thought of it for a second. I just didn't know what the status
thanks
was.
For checking
on your...
in. No, I see him occasionally, but I'm under the care of one of your friends' because Dr. Sloan hooked me up with somebody.
Oh, that's right.
It's very nice.
All right. When we get back, we have a Taco Tuesday update, and this could be very beneficial for you, Fester.
I'm listening.
So stand by. Oh, you're going to...
It's my favorite day of the week.
You're going to love this. Also coming up in just a very short amount of time here, I've got a couple of school fool stories and a couple of things that are very serious. So with the first day of school for many, school fools, that'll be first up the minute we get back. And a couple of do's and don'ts. Got a couple of hot tips for you students going back to school. And parents to talk to your kids about. Hold on. We're back in a minute, and then we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey. Live at 7:26 here on a Thursday morning, first day of school for many. Oh, hold on, Roxanne, are you crying?
Yes, yeah, I got myself together now, but like I've every break I've been FaceTiming with my kids, so it's first day of school.
Oh, I got to say, shout out to my boys. Happy first day of school, Max and Luke.
Yay.
Good luck.
Max and Luke. I know
Kick some ass.
Hadley and Hudson are in the car right now.
Hang on.
Everybody's in the car.
I got to get an inventory here. Hold on a minute.
This is
All
first day.
So Froggy's kids are Max and Luke.
Yes.
What grades are they? I bet you Froggy doesn't even know what grades his kids.
Third.
You do?
And I think sixth, maybe?
All right, so you think your youngest kid is going into third grade, and
Maybe Max is a freshman in high school.
He might be.
Come on, really?
Did he change schools?
Froggy, really?
No, I think he's in sixth grade.
So
I believe.
Max is sixth grade, and
And
he's
Luke is third.
11 or 12.
He's 11.
All right. So, and then Luke is in third grade.
Yes.
All right. Fester, say hi to your kids, and what grades are they in?
Hadley and Hudson. I just got the first day of school picture in. Huh? Yeah.
You know, we did that with our kids.
Yeah.
We have a whole series of pictures, first day of
Everybody does.
school, that I took pictures, and we've got the kids like in every grade when they were growing up. Yeah. And now, listen, Julian is 19. Chloe is going to be 22 in 10 days. Holy crap, where did the time go?
I know.
When does Julian start college? Is he starting college now?
Julian, well, Chloe graduates in December with a triple degree from UNH.
Triple.
That like flew by.
I know. Well, she did it. She's graduating like a semester early because she, did a lot of work. So Chloe graduates in December, and Julian starts college September 1st. So Julian starts soon. So Fester, your kids, Hadley and Hudson, how old and what grades?
Hudson is 6, and he's going into first grade.
Oh, wow, that's big.
Yeah, and then Hadley is 11 and going into, sixth grade?
Sixth grade as well? All right, and Roxanne, you walked into the studio here just a moment ago with tears in your eyes.
Yeah, because it's first day.
Why are you laughing?
My kids don't make me cry.
You sound like
Nothing
a kid, like pointing at me. Aha! Look at
No,
you.
it's
You're
very
crying.
sweet,
You're like a bully.
but I can't.
You're like
Yeah.
the kid from The Simpsons. What's his name?
Nelson?
Yeah, Nelson, yeah.
I'm not one for crying.
Froggy, come on. It's emotional
It's
for
sweet.
Roxanne.
It's very sweet.
All right. So, Roxanne, you pulled yourself together. You're just a crying basket case in the hallway.
Yeah, just a crying
because
basket case.
You were FaceTiming your
I
kids.
FaceTime with them every single break that we've had. Every commercial break, I've been in there on the
and
phone
your,
with them.
your daughter is a senior in high school.
Yeah, it
No, I'm
happened
kidding.
fast.
So your daughter is what?
6 at first grade, like
First,
Hudson.
oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So big day first grade, and then Daviana, she doesn't go in today. I still have her in the 3-day program. So she and I were up late last night partying.
All right. Well, listen, you're a great mommy. Well, I think. I don't.
I mean, I'm here
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So what does that say about me?
Oh, so you think you're a bad mommy for actually coming to
See,
work?
That's the difference between me and you guys. You don't have that guilt, the guilt-ridden.
Who says I don't have guilt? I don't have guilt.
Oh,
You
I
don't.
live with guilt.
A couple of school fools here with the first day of school. Do you know it's the first day of school in Pinellas County today? We already have some 15-year-old bonehead that threatened to shoot
Great.
Oh, jeez.
at the school. What the hell?
Does it count if school's not even in session?
Well, he was arrested. I saw this on Channel 8's website that Pinellas County deputies have made an arrest. 15-year-old Pinellas County student messaged another student about participating in a school shooting that would take place at East Lake High School. The student who received the message told school personnel, forwarded to authorities. Detective spoke with the teen at his home where he admitted to sending the message but said it was a joke. Don't joke about a school threat or shooting. What is the matter with you?
Yeah, some things you just don't kid about, you don't joke about, and that's it.
That's my alma mater.
East Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you graduate. What year did you graduate?
1902.
Not too far
I thought you were
off.
going to say 2001 is what I
Somewhere
thought you
in
were
there.
going to say
They
here.
actually changed the mascot to the Roxannes.
Yeah. So, despite the fact that the 15-year-old bonehead told deputies he was just joking, he was still arrested, taken to the Pinellas Juvenile Assessment Center on charges of threatening communications or threats of a mass shooting. The sheriff's office in Pinellas said The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office remains committed to keeping our schools, our children, and our community safe. And that's going to go for every single county in our listening area. And if you're a student, I mean, don't do stupid things. I realize that the male brain at 15 is totally undeveloped on many fronts. And in fact, what do they say? That the male brain doesn't fully, you don't get like your best reasoning, and it's part of the brain where it helps you make good decisions. And they say that that's not fully developed in the male brain until like mid-20s.
Yeah, 26.
Yeah, something like that.
Whoa, Roxanne has it to the exact age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is it 26 and how many months? Do you have that?
6 months.
She knows a thing or two about juvenile men.
And then we have a Hernando County teacher arrested for sending inappropriate messages to a 14-year-old.
Ugh.
What? And Hernando, school doesn't start till next week. Why how are they sending messages to a 14-year-old when school in Hernando doesn't even start until Monday?
I mean, they might have had a meet the teacher day, and she's like, "Hey, can I get your number?" What a creep.
Again, I saw this on 8's website. Brooksville high school teacher arrested earlier this week after sending inappropriate instant messages to a 14-year-old student. According to the Hernando County Sheriff's Office, 33-year-old George Beal, a teacher from Nature Coast Technical High School, was messaging the victim for several months. The victim responded to the messages and told deputies they felt bad ending the conversation since Beal had cancer, and told the boy that he was his only friend. Upon review of the 14-year-old's computer, the conversations occurred through text, Snapchat, and PlayStation. Beal had just started as a teacher at the high school and had responded there to interview the student. The victim was slated to attend that high school this year. The hell? According to deputies, Beal and the student exchanged messages and photos of themselves with each other.
Oh.
However, Beal claimed that he had no memory of sending sexual messages. What? Deputies found that many of the messages contained GIFs or emojis that contained hearts and references to love. Ooh, this is creepy. All right, so message to students, don't make threats. Message to teachers, don't dink around with students. How about that?
Both
good
really good, solid pieces of advice.
I think that is sage MJ advice here on the MJ Morning Show.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it is 7:34. Wade Swikel. Wade is the owner. Oh, speaking of back to school, did you see the Wacky Jackie back to school old school graphic she did?
I did.
Yeah.
I just watched that movie with my kids.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You watched Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield?
Showing them all the classics.
What did the kids think of the triple Lindy?
Oh, they loved it. In the beginning, when he dives in their pool, he does a front flip, and they're like, "Can he really dive that good? He looks old." I'm like, "Yeah, he can.
He can. He's an amazing athlete."
Yeah, so Wacky Jackie from our sales department, she does a lot of the fun little graphics. She morphed my face into Rodney Dangerfield, and it's like the old movie poster of Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. This goes back to when I was in high school.
Still holds up.
Yeah, it does it really?
I think it's hilarious.
So Back to School, old school movie. Look how she even got my whole lip kind of like all. How do you describe that? It's like the lazy.
Well, she used Rodney Dangerfield's bottom half of his face,
right?
And she melded that with the top half of your face.
With my face, I've got a diploma in my hand. I've got the graduation cap on. It says the MJ Morning Show Back to School. And we have it posted in a couple places. It's on my Instagram. If you want to take a look at this thing, my personal IG is Certified MJ Radio. So take a look. Give me a follow. Certified MJ Radio. It's also on the Morning Show IG site, MJ Morning Show on IG. And then Fester, you posted it
on our Facebook page.
Facebook. And then there's one more.
This is listener created.
Yeah, no. I have another one from. I have another one from Wacky Jackie.
Okay.
She's got us all on the short bus. So
what? A short bus.
So I might post that a little later on as well. All right, moving along here. So Wade, who's the owner of Two College Brothers Moving and Storage, he says, "Give me a call. Important." So Two College Brothers Moving and Storage, one of our big sponsors here on the show, and he says, "Give me a call. Important." I don't know.
I mean, if he says important.
Hang on a minute. Let Let me dial him up. All right. All right, calling Wade again, owner of Two College Brothers Moving and Storage. Can't wait to find out what's important.
This is Wade.
This is MJ. Good morning, Wade.
Good morning, MJ. How are you?
Folks, Wade, big sponsor here on the MJ Morning Show. You hear me do the live commercials for Two College Brothers and many other sponsors here on the program, and we appreciate all of you guys. All right, so Wade, I get this kind of cryptic message from you. MJ, call me important.
Yeah, well, thank you for calling me. I figured with it being back to school, it only made sense to incorporate MJ with the Two College Brothers branding here idea that I had.
Oh, that's right. So, Two College Brothers, that has to do with school as well.
That's right.
Yeah, higher education.
It's been a while since I've been in school, about 11 years now, but still the spirit of school. So I wanted to run an idea by you, though, in the spirit of things.
Okay. Is it okay? We're live on the air. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Depending on what your answer is.
All right. So you want to run an idea by me? Go ahead.
Yeah. So, we've been working with you guys now for, I think, almost a year and a half. And it's been awesome for our business. This month, I think you all are our top referral source of new business. Our mission is to create raving fans, and the fans of MJ work really well with our fans, and it's just been a really great relationship. And the listeners that have used our services and the repeat referral business that has come of it has allowed us to acquire 5 new trucks.
Whoa!
And, yeah. So
you're saying you're getting so much business from the MJ Morning Show that you're buying 5 new trucks?
It's definitely been a contributing factor. So we need to wrap these trucks. You've probably seen our purple and yellow trucks driving around town.
Oh, yeah.
We're about to put 5 more on the road. Well, they're already on the road. They're just white right now. But what I wanted to do to kind of give back to the show and help you guys out and promote it even more is I'd like to put As Heard on the MJ Morning Show on the backs of our trucks with you and Roxanne and Fester and Froggy and, the crew, and just kind of hype it up all around everywhere. We drive these things all over Florida and the U.S.
Oh, yeah. Hey, dude, putting As Heard on the MJ Morning Show on the back of your moving trucks, which drive, hundreds of thousands of miles on Florida roads? Dude, you don't have to ask me twice. Yes, and yes.
And Wade, this will motivate me to get us all together for a new group photo shoot that looks more decent than the ones we have.
Well, hold on a minute. Wade, do you want to put our pictures on the back of the truck, like a group shot?
Well, what if we put a little that graduation cap on you guys? Photoshop deals.
Oh, that's right. Work. We could do a special photo shoot with us in graduation gear.
Maybe you can make MJ's head one of the college brothers sticking their head out of the side of the vehicle or something.
Ooh, yeah, I like that idea. You could be our mascot.
All right, well, hold on now, Wade.
Dude, absolutely. You can put As Heard on the MJ Morning Show on the back of all your Two College Brothers moving vans. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, be on the lookout for it. Let's get that photo shoot and let's get it on the road and spread the word, and maybe get you guys in some other markets when people see you, and tune in on YouTube or the app and start hearing how great you all are.
That'd be awesome, man. Thanks for being a partner and a sponsor here on the show, and I'm extremely glad that the advertising is working so well for you.
Yeah, well, I'm super pumped to be working with you guys, and a big fan of the show. Listen every day. I was actually traveling earlier this week, and I was listening to you from Denver. So, I'm taking it with you, or taking it with me.
Awesome. Hey, thanks again for letting me know that we were the top referral for business from this show. That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys keep doing what you're doing, and I appreciate everything you do for me.
Wade, thank you so much, buddy. Yeah, just get a hold of me, and listen, we'll book a photo shoot. We'll get the whole thing together. But absolutely, I'm honored that you, a great client here, have asked for that. And absolutely, I think it's an absolute green light go.
All right, let's do it.
All right, buddy. Thanks, man.
All right, thank you.
Well, that's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Might want to get your contract figured out first.
That's to say. Oh yeah, hey Wade, my contract expires at the end of the year. You might be ripping that. You might be ripping the MJ Morning Show thing off the back of the truck.
I was just thinking we might have a couple of things to do before we put ourselves on the side of a bunch of vans.
But did you hear what he said? That our show, my live commercials for twocollegebrothers.com moving and storage, the number one referral for business comes from this show.
When you call them, 1-855-MOVE-BRO is their number. When you call them.
Well, or the easiest thing is go to twocollegebrothers.com.
But when you get a hold of them, they say, how did you hear about us? And you say, Google or this or that, or MJ Morning Show. Wow.
Yeah. Number one referral. I mean, hello, advertisers. You know, he's told me all along that the ROI, the return on investment from our show, for what they spend and the amount of business they book, the return on investment is just off the charts. So attention advertisers, this show, the reach, what we deliver is massive. And like I've alluded to in the past, there are certain issues in this market that are absolutely broken, which I got to figure out how to address that at a later date. All right, that's fantastic. 7:42 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. 7:42 here on a back-to-school Thursday. Please be careful. The sun is up, obviously, now. But when some of the kids are hitting the bus stops early and it's dark, I mean, that obviously increases the exposure and the danger. Just be careful. You shouldn't be driving like a jackwagon anyway, but now with school back in session in most places and then like fully back to school by next week with some locales, please just drive safely. Speaking of driving, did you have any, and this is interesting because Julian, can you believe Julian is 19 and he does not have his driver license yet? He has his permit, and it's just like Julian's conditions and him being at boarding school in Connecticut. It didn't lend itself to him getting his. It's just been a weird schedule for Julian. So we have Julian set to take his driving test at DMV in about 10 days.
Okay.
So Julian is set up in about 10 days, and trying to get an appointment. It's kind of tough to get an appointment. Did you know that there is all kinds of driver license testing fraud going on?
No.
Where people are reselling Hillsborough County driver license appointments. So when you make your appointment now, there's like a couple of like new layers that they're asking you certain questions. And this is an issue.
Well, hold on. Like I make the appointment under my name, but you go in for me and take the test?
Hang on a minute. So there are a couple of things going. People are trying. I found this out from the driving instructor we use. And then also we've got a friend of the show that works for DMV. And I found out about this, that there are individuals that are trying to resell driver license road test appointments. And then here's a story that is coming out from the Hillsborough County Tax Collector's Office. And here are some of the new changes as far as the booking process in making an appointment. One booking per person and email address, enhanced verification process. We went through that. And when you go to book, you got to enter your driver's license number and a parent's driver's. So we had to enter my driver's license number as well, because I'm going to be the parent in the car. So I'm going to be in the back seat, and I think you've got the road test guy, in the passenger front, and then Julian's driving the car. So they needed my driver license number. They're cracking down on this, but I had no idea that there was driver license road test fraud going on a couple of fronts here. So residency requirements, so appointments, for instance, in Hillsborough County, it's only for Hillsborough County residents. So you got to prove that you're Hillsborough County as well. Then there's going to be an in-person confirmation. There's like all this stuff, and I had no idea about the driver license fraud. So the Hillsborough County Tax Collector's Office is putting up an alert that there are frauds going on, and you have individuals that are trying to sell driver license road test appointments for a jacked up fee. And the Hillsborough County Tax Collector's Office put out a statement earlier this week, and they're trying to get ahead of these scammers and these fraud artists, and it's a problem. So, and I had no idea, but we just experienced this. So with Julian, he's going to take his road test in about 10 days. He's going to do it out at we were able to get an appointment at the Brandon location for DMV out in Brandon.
Okay.
So I'm going to be taking him, and in fact, we're also getting him a couple of refresher courses. We've been using this really cool driving a well-known guy, and I guess he was with his dad's company, and now he's split, or his dad retired, and he's opened his own company now. So a little shout out to SafeDriversFlorida.com. This guy's great, and as a matter of fact, he trained all of Kelly Ring's kids.
Whoa! So
Kelly Ring, formerly of Fox 13, he's a big South Tampa guy as well, but he does the whole area. But shout out to Chris, SafeDriversFlorida.com, because I figured that with booking Julian's appointment, get him a couple of refresher courses. Because listen, he's at boarding school for 4 freaking years.
MJ, listen.
Yeah.
For the driving test.
Yeah.
Do you want to borrow the Cadillac?
No.
I mean, dude, if he dings something on your car, the kid will never hear the end of it. He'll never hear the end of it. He backs into something.
And I've had this for a couple of days, and it fits in perfectly here before we move on. And I've got a story about a career that when you hear this, people might run to try to get a job. Now, it's hard work, but the money's incredible. I'll get to that here in a second. But did you see the driving instructor at a Colorado driving school? The driving instructor drove through the whole front of their business.
What?
Hey, you got to see the picture. Hey, Andrew, find this and let's get it posted up at mjmorningshow.com and stories mentioned. So, an instructor at a Colorado driving school made a grand entrance on Tuesday earlier this week. He was attempting to park a Hyundai Tucson in a parking spot right in front of the community driving school in Lakewood, Colorado, which is right there in the Denver area.
Oh, my God, the whole car's in there.
I'm telling you, and listen,
that is so awesome.
There is a huge illuminated sign on the building that says "Learn to Drive," and the Hyundai Tucson is in the store, right through the storefront. And if you look, Fester, scroll up. Look, there's like a brick knee wall, and then the front plate glass windows are like 3 feet off the ground, sitting on the masonry. The dude smashed right through the bricks. In fact, the car's like dangling on the bricks a little. 94% of the car is inside the Learn to Drive business storefront at the community driving school in Lakewood, Colorado. Can you imagine that you're the driving instructor and you drive a car through the front of your very own? Who's going to want to take driving lessons from this place?
It's the same marketing tactic as if you had a restaurant and it said eat good food, and then you had someone vomiting in the front. Out the front.
Same thing, yes.
My God.
Wow.
Lakewood, Colorado police shared a picture of the crash. The car is, I mean, how perfect is the car smashes through the front, and right above the huge sign says "Learn to Drive."
It's going to be a meme forever.
Can you imagine? Hey, dude, learn to drive.
Let me tell you where you should go.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? Just, right through the front of his very own place.
And it's like lifted up in the back.
Only, you got to see the picture.
The car's not totaled, is it?
Dude, I don't think it's totaled, but there's some serious freaking damage. Hey, Andrew, do you have it posted yet? All right, a few minutes. We'll have the image posted. You'll see the story. We'll have it posted. And if you want to laugh, you will, I guarantee, if you don't laugh, you call me up on my cell, all right? Call me at home if you don't laugh at this picture. Well, there's something wrong with you if you don't laugh. So we'll have it up in a few minutes, mjmorningshow.com, and then you want to find stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show up near the top. click on that and we'll have a link to this particular story. Lakewood police said, thankfully, there was only one minor injury. They didn't specify who was injured, whether it was the driving instructor in the car or somebody inside. But, I mean, how bizarre. I mean, ironic. I mean, can we get Alanis Morissette to add like a new lyric? Let's do a 2023 version of ironic and add new lyrics with the driving instructor driving through the front of the driving school. Oh, my God.
Andrew, pull up the music.
Wow. Isn't it ironic?
It's like a car. Yeah, okay. I have a bad voice, so.
All right, so
from there. Take over.
What's the whole lyric?
What MJ just said, driving through a driving school window.
Oh, that's a keeper.
Yeah, right there. Okay.
Print it.
Print it. Yep, absolutely. This is incredible. I saw a story. Remember the UPS strike that almost happened, and then UPS came to an agreement with the Teamsters Union. So a UPS strike, which would have been really, really bad in this country. Commerce would have been really, really affected because don't they say UPS carries like 20-something% of the packages?
I think it was 26 or 28% of all shipped material.
An enormous amount. Anyway, the strike was averted, but I saw this.
Oh, man, I saw this too.
Did you see this?
Like what they're racking in? Like
yes,
the drivers?
What they're raking in.
No, racking. I like racking.
You like
I'm
racks?
in the racking business.
You're in the rack business, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought that they made this much money.
This is unfreaking believable.
So I've always heard a UPS driver job financially is a pretty good job.
And listen, it's hard work. I mean, they're sweating like pigs inside those
There's
brown.
no AC.
There's no AC. Listen, they're working their butts off. I mean, you don't see many really fat UPS drivers.
No, they're working all day.
I mean, they're working their butts off. I mean, literally. But this is unbelievable. UPS driver pay and benefits in deal could be worth $170,000 a year to UPS drivers.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So UPS drivers during this particular term could be making up to $170,000 a year.
Yep.
That is some serious freaking money.
Good for them. Yeah.
I'm going to quit this job and go work for UPS. I'm going to be sporting the brown uniform.
They definitely pay better than radio.
UPS said the average full-time driver would earn about $170,000 a year, including health care and other benefits, by the end of the 5-year contract. So they just signed this new contract. They averted the strike, but $170,000 a year in a total comp package, that is unbelievable money.
It's great.
That's why I was saying people are going to be running, not walking, to try to get UPS jobs. Holy schnit, that's amazing. But right now, they're already making huge money.
Historically, they've been well compensated.
So
that's good.
right now, total comp package for UPS drivers is about $145,000 a year. So,
yeah, but don't you have to start in the back and be a loading trucks for years, and then you don't just become a driver.
You don't walk in day one.
Yeah.
Here's your keys. Take the brown one.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen King of Queens. It doesn't work like that.
I mean, he had like a fake UPS uniform, didn't he?
Yeah, that's how he got the job. He acted like he worked there to impress Carrie.
But it's an incredible number. So when you see that UPS brown truck driving around, making all right turns, avoiding left turns as much as possible, that guy that's busting their hump, taking those packages all over the place in that hot, sweaty. Listen, you realize, the feels like temp here in the Tampa Bay area today at 3 o'clock is going to be 113. Did you hear that?
Oh, my God.
Today,
yesterday it was 112.
Yeah, today at 3 p.m. in the Tampa Bay area, the feels like temp is going to be 113 degrees.
Shouldn't we just operate with the feels like temp? Why do we even have the other one? Right?
Well, because you have the true temperature as far as, the thermometer goes, and then you've got the feels like with the humidity and everything else. But when you see the UPS driver on the road... Yes, Froggy? What was that?
Sorry.
You're going to sneeze on him?
This having a nose like this, you don't understand. It sucks up a lot of dust. Sneezes come all the time.
Apparently so. All right, so when you see the UPS driver on the road, just note to yourself, that dude or that woman, They are raking it in. They are making some bank.
Good for them.
Good.
What can Big Brown do for you?
Pay me.
Apparently up to $170,000 a year in the compensation package.
Like, what do FedEx guys or like Amazon guys make?
Not as much as UPS.
So all these little Amazon trucks that you see zipping through town, I mean, they can't be coming anywhere close to this,
No,
right? I mean,
I don't think they're making.
I don't
think they're making anywhere near that. Roxanne,
Yes.
do you have a moment to chat about this phobia that you
Which
sent
one?
me last night?
Which one?
Roxanne, are you under the care of a mental health counselor?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I have been.
No,
There's
because
nothing wrong with that. It's a
no,
good
no,
thing.
no. I'm not saying there is, but I
I know what it's about.
you just seem anxious. Well, you sent me an email about this last night.
oh, I know what it's about.
So,
I sent it to you.
I mean, it's not like secret. You sent me an email.
I thought it was something else. I thought it was about me getting my teeth cleaned and saying I love dental pain, but it's something else. Okay.
No.
Hold on, Roxanne, what do you think it's about?
Well, I just thought it was about me saying I got my teeth cleaned yesterday.
So Roxanne wrote me an email last night. So Roxanne sends me usually 2 emails a night with show ideas, show prep. Fester sends me an email every night. Andrew sends the longest email
Really
every
good.
night.
Good job, guys.
And,
I like the way you guys work.
Yeah, and Froggy does jack
He's
crap.
a cheerleader.
Froggy,
You
you send me nothing.
I'm an on the fly type of guy. Okay.
Froggy puts his effort into web posts.
So Roxanne, not only does Roxanne send links to like story ideas, but also you jot down little personal things. And you mentioned you got your teeth cleaned yesterday.
Yes. And I
like that too.
And then you were asking me about bragging that when I went to the
Yes.
dentist, they asked me, did you just get your teeth cleaned?
I was lying there in the chair and I was thinking to myself, didn't MJ brag to us one time that his teeth are so clean that the hygienist comments on it and says that
Yeah, it's that smug toothpaste commercial. I go to the dental office and they go, "Were you here yesterday?"
This was some time ago, but on numerous occasions I went for my teeth cleaning, and the hygienist would say, "Did you just have your teeth cleaned?" And I would say, no, it's been, 6 months, it's been a year, whatever. And the deal was that I was religiously using the Sonicare toothbrush. And that Sonicare, man, I'm telling you, I've been an early adapter of that toothbrush. We had an old MJ Morning Show listener who was a Philips Sonicare rep here in the Tampa Bay area and dropped off a Sonicare. This is like 1999, and got me hooked on the Sonicare, and I thought it was great. But no, it's not about your teeth cleaning yesterday. Did that go well, by the way?
yeah, everything was great. Oh, I do grind my teeth apparently, so that's not good. But.
Yeah, but there's something else that I wanted to address, which I think might have some psychological implications here, and I want to walk through this. So, do you know what I am getting at here?
Now I think it has to do with the phone. Does it have to
does.
do with the phone? Okay, yeah.
All right.
True story.
Folks, Roxanne has a phone phobia.
All right, don't get choked up about it.
All right. So Roxanne has I'm sorry. I had a cough. I apologize.
We mispronounced one word. You stopped the whole show, but you have a little light cough and you gag for 15 seconds.
Well, I kind of
I know.
I had a little bit of a cough, and I exaggerated.
All right, Roxanne's phone.
So Roxanne sends me a note last night.
I never used to be like this, by the way. This is a brand new thing.
When did this start?
This summer.
It just started?
It just started. Now
Roxanne has a phone phobia. Why don't you describe what it is?
Okay, so this never used to happen to me, but now if my phone rings, and I'll give you an example. I was getting my lashes done on Tuesday, lying down, eyes closed. I can't get up and look at my phone. My phone rang, and I was like, oh no, why is my phone ringing? I panic because nobody ever calls anymore. And now people, rather than call you, they'll just send you a text, hey, is it a good time to talk? So you get that text before you get the actual call. And then even last night, a friend of mine named Jason called me, and he usually texts me. He doesn't call me. And so I text him back. I'm like, I'm busy, but is everything okay? I immediately think someone's calling for bad reason or an emergency.
When your phone rings and you see the name pop up from your address book, so when your phone actually rings and you look at the screen, you immediately jump, and this is recent though, you suddenly jump to the conclusion that something must be wrong.
Exactly. Now, within my close circle of friends, that doesn't happen. Like my girlfriends, we call each other all day. We talk on the phone all day. But like, and you, MJ, fall into that category. If you call me like 5 times in a row, like is what your normal MO is, then
what do you mean my normal MO is to call you 5 times in a row?
Okay, I'm exaggerating. 2 times.
MJ's good for 2 or 3 calls.
2 or 3 calls.
The rule is you didn't pick up the first time, he'll pick up the second.
Yes.
It's the rule of 2s.
And then the third one is, well, why didn't you pick up the first 2?
Right.
But you're right, Roxanne. There's a group of, I don't know, 15 or 20 people who you might associate with regularly who you don't but if they're outside of that group and they're calling you or they're calling at a weird hour.
Yeah.
Something must be wrong. Somebody must be dead.
Why did this just start? Why did this just start this summer that when your phone rings, you immediately think the worst? Oh, my God. So before you pick it up, it's going through your head. What's wrong? What happened? Is it an emergency? Did somebody get hit by a car?
Right.
Did somebody fall off a building?
It's just because less people are calling. Like if it's not in the inner circle, then it's someone's reaching out to me that normally texts me and they're calling me. I'm like, gosh, why are they calling me? Because usually they'll be like, hey, is it a good time to talk? Which no one ever needs to do that to me. Just call me. If you called me, Fester, I would not be surprised. I would pick up the phone. Hey, what's up? I wouldn't be panicked. MJ, same with you. Probably Andrew. If Froggy called me, I would think that your house is on fire, Froggy. Like he would. It would be an emergency.
So I had a friend who I haven't spoken to probably in a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And out of the blue, they called me last week. So I'm thinking as I'm looking at the phone.
As you're looking at the screen and the name pops up.
I'm thinking.
Phone's still vibrating or ringing. You're looking at their name on the screen.
And I'm like, get ready because I'm about to find out his mother died. You know,
or that his leg got ripped off by an alligator in Thanodisassa.
So instead of getting an enthusiastic hello, which I would love to give my friend.
Are you doing a tentative?
Yeah. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Because I'm getting ready for him to tell me, hey, man.
You didn't want to answer the phone too excited in case it was really bad news.
Geraldine kicked the bucket. You know, it wasn't that, but I had that anxiety of looking at his name thinking, gosh, I haven't talked to this guy.
It's, you know what? It's PRA. PRA. We're going to coin a new psychological term here. You know what? Do you suffer from PRA?
Okay, PRA.
We've got a pill for you.
Ringing anxiety, right?
Phone ring anxiety. PRA.
Roxanne.
Yep, exactly. Look at that. Roxanne just nailed it.
Good on you.
Yep. Look at that. Good on you. Phone ring.
Yeah.
You know, we ought to grab a couple of calls here. Hopefully you're not too anxious to call us, but
and we won't be anxious when we answer. Andrew is ready for you.
But folks, would you like to pick up on this? We'll grab a couple of phone calls. Do you have PRA? Do you have PRA? You don't have to suffer alone with PRA. Fester, you got to button your shirt up, man. I'm looking at a horrific sight in there. Oh, my God. Hey, Andrew, take Fester's camera.
I'll just undo a couple more
stop. Unbutton. No, Fester's middle buttons are open. I'm looking at a bear suit under there.
Sorry. I didn't mean to turn you on.
You're really doing the Magnum PI look.
Yeah, button up your Hawaiian shirt, would you please?
And giving me CHA, chest hair anxiety.
Speaking of Hawaii, we got to talk. You see what's going on in Maui?
Oh, Maui.
Oh, my God. No, the place is like burning down. It's crazy. All right, so let's go to phones here on PRA. So you've heard Roxanne's phobia, which is newly developed, that when the phone rings, she's immediately thinking whoever's calling her has really, really bad news. So the question is, do you have PRA? Do you have phone ring anxiety? 800, call now. Call now because we can help. If you have phone ring anxiety.
We need Sarah McLachlan music.
Hey, can I get, Andrew, can I get some Sarah McLachlan music, please?
We need to really lay on
you're
sadness.
Right. Oh, yeah, you're right. I need to, the arms of an angel.
Yeah, the sick dog song, that's the one we need.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe the Culpepper Curlin Lost Dog music.
Ugh.
Let's get Culpepper, yeah. MJ, listen, it's not anybody who calls you.
Yeah.
It's people outside of the circle of 20 people who you normally talk to. Who's your closest friend you haven't spoken to in 3 years? Whoever that person is, if they call you out of the blue today, you're thinking, This person's not calling just to say hello because
Right.
they've gone 3 years without saying
Right.
hello.
Oh, look at the phones. All the phones. You can even hear you heard the phone ring in the producer's booth because I'm trying to get the Sarah McLachlan music. Are we going to be able to get the music or no? Oh, okay. We can't get the music because it's the same.
phones.
It's the same computer that screens the call. Forget it, Fester. We don't need
Oh my
it.
God!
All
Are
right,
you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I can't pull up my phone screener.
Why not?
Remember I told you the computer reset this morning?
Oh, are you kidding me?
I kid you not.
Hold on, you can't bring up our phone
I
screener?
don't think so. I don't see the icon.
Son of a... All right, listen, I'm just...
Andrew can help us.
All right, so I want to go to phones here. 800-990-1047. Do you have PRA? Do you have phone ring anxiety when someone calls, you look at the screen, and you immediately think the absolute worst? Or is there something we're missing here? Is there another angle that we're missing here regarding your phone ring? But Roxanne, I think this is a very interesting dilemma or disorder that you're bringing to the table here all of a sudden.
I never used to feel this way. It's only been very recently that I've started to, hear that ring and go and look at it and say, I know this person. Why are they calling me?
Right. All right. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Let's grab, how about Deb in Lakeland? Deb, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Deb, do you have PRA? Is this Deb? Deb, you're on, Deb. I hear you, Deb.
Deb's got PRA so bad she's not
Hello,
even talking loud.
Deb!
Deb, are you there? Hang on a minute. Oh, man, our phone screener's all messed up as well. All right. Hi, good morning. Who is this?
This is Deb.
Hi,
Deb.
Deb.
Hi.
Hey, guys, you've got the wrong lines. I got Deb on 6. I just picked up line 4.
Oh, boy.
All right, so Deb's on line 4.
What the hell's going on
Who
in
the
there?
hell's on line 6?
All
There's
right,
2 Debs.
I have no idea who's on line 6. So, Deb, you're on 4. So, who's on 6? All right, Deb, go ahead. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
All right. Yes, Roxanne, PRA is a real thing, especially when anyone in my family calls me, because no one, especially my kids, they always text, always, always, always. And if the phone rings and it's one of them, the first thing I do is, oh, my God, what's wrong? And they always say, why do you answer the phone like that? Because you don't call me. And when you do, it's because there's a problem.
Well, hopefully they're just calling to ask you for money or something.
Yeah, usually it's no big deal, but everybody's like, why do you answer the phone like that? Because nobody calls me unless there's a problem.
Yeah, like this, hello?
Do you get
exactly?
Listen, Deb, do you get the heart sink or you get the little like that pang in your stomach?
Absolutely.
Really?
I absolutely do. It's horrible.
Wow.
I'm like, please don't call, just text.
Hey, thank you, Deb. I appreciate it. So who the hell's on 6? I still don't have the right name on 6.
Hey, who's on first? Huh? This is turning into an
all
old
right,
joke.
Now, who are you? I have no idea who you are. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, it's you. It's you. Who are you?
I'm Jason in Plant City.
Oh, Jason shows up on line 2. What the hell's going on in there? So why is Jason on 2?
You guys all right?
All right, Jason, go ahead. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah, I have this problem with my daughter all the time. I'll text her, please call me, and immediately she goes into panic mode and freaking out on what's happening with me, if something's wrong, completely. It's hilarious.
All right, so listen, we have a male PRA victim here. We just had a female PRA victim here. Phone ring anxiety.
There's
Thank
no
you.
gender bias on any of this.
All right, let me see by any chance if Maggie is on line 1 in Zephyr Hills. Maggie, is this you?
It is me.
Oh, we have one line now with the correct information. Okay, Maggie, go ahead.
I said I don't have it, but you know what? I do. I don't get a lot of phone calls, but I think it's age. I think it has to do with getting older, and the call is something. It's always like, oh my gosh, what's wrong?
All right, so initially you didn't think you had it, and then suddenly you've diagnosed yourself while listening to us?
Well, the thing is I really don't get a lot of phone calls. I'll get family calls. Those are the people I talk to.
Yeah, but that's the point, though. It's
right.
A lot of times it's the family that calls and people suddenly, oh my God, what's wrong? What's wrong? Because no, a lot of the younger folks today, they don't want to talk. They don't want to, like our interpersonal phone skill communications are falling by the wayside because a lot of the younger Generation Z, millennial, they don't want to talk. They want to text. Maggie, thanks for the call.
And you guys have a good day.
And Maggie, if you don't get help from the MJ Morning Show, please get help somewhere.
And
thank you. Please.
Maggie's got a good point with the age. The older we get, the more people we know who die. So the more phone calls of reporting bad news like that.
Jeez. Yeah.
I don't
know about that, Rock. Somebody's working so hard not to date themselves.
Colleen in Bradenton. Hi, Colleen. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi.
Colleen, do you have phone anxiety ringing syndrome or PRA, phone ring anxiety?
I have phone anxiety.
Hey, Colleen, can you pick up the phone? You've got bad phone sounding
anxiety.
You don't
have talking on the toilet anxiety.
Colleen has picking up the phone anxiety.
Yeah, all right, go ahead, Colleen.
So I have a little mini farm, and we have cows, goats, dogs, cats. So anytime any of my neighbors call me, my heart absolutely drops because I'm afraid that they're going to tell me that my animals got out.
All right, so that's your anxiety that if your phone rings, it must be one of your animals that got out.
But how often do your neighbors call you otherwise?
Never.
Right, that's
So like the other day, my neighbor called me and she texted me. She's like, "Give me a call when you get a chance." And I'm like, "Oh my God!" I called her back right away. She's like, "You didn't have to call me that fast." I'm like, "Is everybody okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I was just wondering. I didn't see your animals. I thought you moved."
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Well, Colleen, thanks for the call. Michelle's in Clearwater. A couple more calls here, then we'll move on. Michelle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing fine, Michelle. All right. So, phone ring anxiety. Do you have it?
I have one, actually two different issues. One, my daughter always has a problem, and every time she calls, I feel like I'm getting punched in the stomach.
Oh, geez.
The other one, I work from home sometimes, and the phone ring, the sound of the phone ringing is different. It's got a different, ring. I swear to God, I hear it when my computer's not even on.
So
I hear the sound of my phone ringing for work.
Oh, wow. That's like new because, remember, we've had phantom vibrate syndrome. And Fester, how many years ago did I think I talked about this before anybody in broadcasting. This goes back maybe 20 years or more.
That you were carrying a flip phone in your front pocket.
Oh, this is well before smartphones, when you would have your cell phone in your front pocket on vibrate, and you would swear that you felt the phone vibrate in your pocket, but it didn't. It didn't ring. It was like phantom vibrate syndrome. Michelle, thanks for the call. All right, last call on this. Jacob in Sefner. Jacob, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ Kelly, how are you doing?
Hey, it's the famous Jacob. Jacob, welcome, buddy.
I am right here with you guys, MJ Kelly, Coos and Uncle Fester, and Roxanne.
You're with us.
Right here with you.
What about Froggy?
Yeah, you left Froggy out.
Oh no, he said Coos.
Yeah.
You can call me Mike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we call him by his government name, Jacob.
Voice. Well, just by his voice, I just know it's Coos just by his.
All right, so Jacob, do you have phone ring anxiety?
Well, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Like sometimes I'll listen to my computer and my phone will ring, and so my phone will ring, and so my phone will ring, MJ Kelly, and I won't answer the phone, but sometimes I won't answer the phone, and sometimes I'll just respond by people just texting me,
Yeah.
Well, listen,
on my cell phone.
If it gets rough, you just call me at home, Jacob. It's always great to hear from you. Okay.
Okay, MJ Kelly. I sure hope your contract gets renewed, MJ Kelly, because you are doing a good job at this.
You know what? Let me give you our general manager's phone number, and you can you negotiate for me, Jacob?
I wish I could, buddy. Because MJ Kelly, guess what, MJ Kelly? You, Roxanne, and Coos and Uncle Fester are my favorite morning show.
Well,
you know that?
Jacob, thank you, buddy.
Jacob.
Hey, Jacob, it is always a pleasure to hear from you.
It is always a pleasure to hear you on the radio, MJ Kelly, and keep up the good work. You're doing an awesome job, and I'm counting on your contract to be renewed.
Yes, we are too.
Jacob, I will keep you personally abreast of the situation. Jacob, thanks, buddy. Great to hear from you.
See you, Jacob.
Hey, and And Fester, you actually took Jacob to lunch, 6-8 months ago?
In December, he and I went to lunch. We went to a fine chicken establishment.
You went to PDQ?
PDQ, baby.
Was that in Brandon?
In Brandon, yeah.
On Gornto Lake,
yeah,
right?
Alpha 60. And Jason, he doesn't stay too far. He doesn't stay too far away from there.
Jacob's cute.
We had a nice lunch.
Yeah.
MJ, would you believe me if I told you?
Yep.
Jacob texts me to my personal cell phone every 4 days and asks me about your contract. Every 4 days.
Really? Well, that's
any updates on his contract?
That's dedication.
Any updates?
And listen, my contract's up at the end of the year. I don't know what's going to happen. My contract was up last December, and I only signed a 1-year extension. And I said, I only want to sign for a year. So I don't know what's going to happen. Two college brothers, they might put MJ Morning Show on the back of the truck and they'll have to rip it off at the end of the year. I don't.
Or it'll just be so popular in other markets too.
All right, it's 8:16 at the MJ Morning Show. Do you want to hear the dumbest headline that I've seen in weeks? This is the dumbest thing. Want to feel better about not winning the $1.58 billion Mega Millions jackpot? Here's how much the winner will pay in taxes. What? Hold on.
Okay.
Really?
Okay, mathematician.
What?
Wow.
This is the dumbest.
That's stupid.
This is the stupidest headline I have ever seen, or certainly recently, that we've got a news operator. This is from WZZM13.com. Where the hell is Fester? Google this. Where is WZZM television? What market is that? They have a story with a headline, hey, you want to feel better about not winning the $1.58 billion Mega Millions jackpot? Well, here's how much in taxes the winner will owe. Well, you know what? Give me that burden. Give me the tax burden. So if I take the lump sum, I can still walk away with like $500 million.
It looks like an independent station in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
Grand Rapids, WZZM television licensed to Grand Rapids, Michigan. What kind of moron wrote this headline? Oh, yeah, you don't want to win the $1.58 billion Mega Millions jackpot because, my God, look at the federal taxes you're going to owe on this thing.
I mean, the $600 million you'll be left over with. How would you get by?
Is that not the dumbest thing you've seen in a long time? Now, this is up in Michigan. I don't know if Michigan has
they have a state tax.
But on lottery winnings. Yeah, listen, California is one of the most onerous states for income tax, for state and all that crap. The California Franchise Tax Board, they're the worst. They hunted me down for like $183 years ago.
We got him.
Yeah. So we found this MJ guy. We found him in West Palm. So seriously, they tracked me down. And I owed $183. They waited till it was 2 days before the statute of limitations ran out. And they contact me, via, mail. But that's just dopey.
So according to...
But I was saying about California. California has high income, but no tax on lottery winnings.
Shut up.
Yeah. California, they will rip your butt out with taxes, but if you win the lottery, there's no income tax.
So in Michigan, according to Google, where this story originated, it is taxable income at 4.25%.
4.25% if you win the lottery in Michigan. But you know what? Give me this problem. Let me win the $1.58 billion Mega Millions jackpot. And you know what? I'll have to deal with the excruciating taxes. Out of the $1.58 billion, if I took the cash amount, it would be, what was it, $790 million was like the cash amount? Something
you'll come out ahead. You're good.
And then once you pay the taxes, you walk away with about $500 million, walk away with about $500 million clean. You know what? I'm going to pass. It's too much in taxes. What are they saying? Come on. That is just dumb beyond belief.
So how much will they pay in taxes?
Whom?
The person.
What person?
The headline, the story.
Well,
it was so dumb you threw it away, but now that we're bringing it up, I do kind of want to know how much they'll pay in taxes.
I don't even...
No, they made this specific to, assuming the Mega Millions winner in Florida chooses the cash option, the IRS will get about $187,992,000 right away. Come tax day, the winner will wave goodbye to another $101 million, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Who cares? Give me the $500 million clear. I'll gladly pay the taxes.
Deal.
Want to feel better about not winning? Oh, here's all the taxes. Shut up. That's just dumb. All right, take a look at this. Is this a major problem? Take a look at this item here. There is a video that is circulating online of a server at a restaurant who is calling out customers that are grabbing undrunk wine glasses from other tables to consume themselves. You understand what's going on here? So there are people that will see wine left in a glass, maybe even a full pour. And there are people that will actually go to somebody else's table to grab the undrunk wine.
Wait, a patron or the server?
No, the customer.
Customer.
In a restaurant, this server is calling out other customers that will take the wine glass or liquor or whatever off of other people's tables if they leave a large amount. Yeah.
I think that's
how big a problem is this?
Yeah, you just walk around polishing off a couple of drinks.
Yeah, a server by the name of Stephanie posted a video, and she says, babe, the table over there, that lady took 3 sips of her wine and she left it. And then she comments that there are times where other customers will either recognize this or they'll see that there is a large glass of wine left on a table, and they'll take it and they'll drink it. Ugh. I mean, really? I mean, do you want to put your mouth on a glass that some stranger's mouth was on?
I mean, all the godforsaken things I put my mouth on. I mean, used glass ain't going to get
No, but you think about just like mouth germs on the rim of the glass, or what about backwash?
Well, you are 100% correct, MJ, but there's a myth or a misconception that you're less likely to get germs when you drink alcohol because the alcohol kills the germs, but that is not true.
Yeah, I mean, you're not using a hospital wipe on the rim of your glass. No, seriously.
carry little antibacterial wipes.
Yeah.
It's good now.
It's unbelievable. I mean, people would. What was Caddyshack? Remember Spalding, the obnoxious kid? Remember he was grabbing like undrunk or the remainder of liquor glasses, and then he guzzles one and then spits out a cigarette butt that was in the drink. Remember that scene?
You got to be careful if you're going to do that. It's a dangerous game sometimes.
Man, is this really a thing? Do you think I could? I'll tell you what. I have no idea if I'm going to get a call on this. But is this a thing? Are you in the restaurant business? Are you a server? Have you ever seen, and this individual, this Stephanie Carlisle is her name, she says she sees it quite a bit, where patrons in her restaurant will take unused wine off of other tables. If you're in the restaurant biz, if you're a server, have you ever seen this? Is this an issue? I think it's grotesque. That's disgusting. Now, if somebody leaves a large amount of wine in a bottle on the table,
then you would just walk up to the table and just drink straight out of the bottle.
That's right. Don't even pour.
Or just grab the bottle. But, I mean, I would imagine a restaurant would frown on that as well. So, listen, if you're in the restaurant biz, if you're a server, 800-990-1047. Is this a thing? Have you seen other customers grab alcohol that's left over or wine on other tables? 800-990-1047. And then what if someone leaves like a half a bottle of a decent wine on the table? I mean, is that can you call dibs? Can you grab? I mean, what's the policy in a restaurant? You know, any restaurant manager, service.
Who's like so disengaged from the other people at their table that they're staring at other tables and watching the drinking habits so they can swoop in and steal the last drops from a bottle of wine?
I don't know that they're spying as much as they just notice it.
I have no idea if we're going to get calls on this, but typically we can ask for really obscure things. Oh, look at this. Phones are ringing.
Who the hell would leave wine like that? It's stupid.
Well, listen, it's certainly wasteful. It could be very expensive. But look, all the lines are ringing on this. I thought it was going to be tough to grab calls on this one. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. But who would grab a glass and drink out of it after some stranger at another table left it?
Ew, they probably like scabies.
Let me go to phones. Steve's in Riverview. Steve, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Going well. What's the story, Steve?
I don't necessarily have a customer, but my last job, I worked in the dish area. I had a fellow dishwasher with me. Well, about midway throughout the shift, I'm looking for him and can't find him. The manager lets me know that he's been let go. I find out that he was drinking the drinks that the servers would bring back to the dish area.
Oh, man. So the used glasses brought from the tables, the dishwasher was downing the leftover liquor or wine in the glasses?
Yes, sir.
Oh, see, this is why I take phone calls.
Wow. I've also seen servers take food that they bring back off of plates before they throw it out and eat it.
Oh, man. I can't believe every line is lit. Every single line is illuminated. Steve, thanks for the... So the dishwasher got let go mid-shift?
Yes, sir.
Can I ask what place it was?
I ain't going to put them out there.
Is it will we know what it is?
It's a steakhouse.
In where?
It starts with out and ends with back.
Oh, never heard of it. Never heard of it. No idea what you're talking
Steve, thanks for the call. Let me grab another Steve. Steve in L.A. Is that Lutz area?
Lakeland.
Oh, Lakeland. Yeah, it just says L.A. on my screen.
Hey, man, first-time caller.
Hey, Steve, thanks for calling in. All right, so what do you think about this?
Yeah, I've actually seen it happen repeated times back when my ex-wife, now she's my ex-wife, her mom was a bar back at a bar called Harold's on the Ocean in North Myrtle Beach. And her and her old man would go around at the end of the night and collect, they would throughout the night collect all the drinks up, the beers, and take and pour them into pitchers. And at the end of the night, they'd have a pitcher or two of beer to themselves.
Oh, my God. So that's like
dirt ball.
No, it's BB. It's like backwash beer. Oh my! A whole pitcher of backwash beer they're drinking.
Yeah, and he would sit there at the end of the bar and check the bottles to make sure there were no butts floating in them.
Oh, jeez. All right, Stephen, thanks for the call,
buddy.
buddy.
Away from a winery. Little spit cup.
See, listen, you never know what the hell's going to develop on this show. Stacy is in Sarasota. Hello, Stacy.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Been in the bar and restaurant business for 45 plus years.
Yep.
Bartending, I have seen people actually take plates out of the bus pan and remove pieces of steak, prime rib.
So hold on, the plates are already in those. The plates are already in those like gray Rubbermaid bus containers, and people are eating.
Dump the dirty dishes in.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
And then ask for a to-go box.
Oh my God, Stacy, thanks for the call. 800-990-1047. Phones have blown up on this. I thought this was going to be like pulling teeth to get a couple of calls on this. 800-990-1047. Let's grab Norm in Tampa. Hello, Norm.
Hey, how's it going?
Go well. What's the deal?
I can tell you it has to be. Now, I don't know about the restaurant thing because that's pretty gross what I'm hearing. But when it comes to drinking wine from, after other people, they're all Catholics.
Yeah, I mean, I went to church. They were all sipping out of that same goblet of wine. And I'm like, I'll pass, Padre.
Some sort of joke? I think maybe COVID changed that, huh?
I tell you.
Maybe. They wipe it with the cloth and everything, and it's fine. You don't have to partake in that, but a lot of people do, and maybe they don't realize that.
I was an altar boy, and I know a guy who got rickets from drinking out of the wine cup.
You don't get rickets from...
I'm telling you, it's true. You'll get sick. Your lips will fall off.
Dude, rickets is like a vitamin D deficiency, isn't it?
Maybe jaundice. I don't know. One of the two.
The priest had to pray for him and everything.
Yeah, it was all scary.
He read him his last rites.
The hell? Yeah, I want to look up rickets real quick. I want to make sure I have it right. Rickets, yeah. Rickets is a disease of children caused by vitamin D deficiency. And then
sharing wine cups.
And then scurvy is a deficiency of
C.
Vitamin C.
That was a pirate disease, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's why they called them limeys, because they brought limes on their boats.
Norm, thanks for the call, man. All right, Andrew, just a couple more here, and I got to move on. Soraya in Tampa. Hey, Soraya, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
It's Soraya.
I am sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Soraya, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Okay, what is the worst that can happen if you drink out of a cup? What's the worst?
Rickets.
Well, it's Froggy. You stop with the rickets.
What if you drank a glass of milk, Froggy? You'd be fine.
Listen, the worst that can happen is maybe you'll get sick.
You get sick. How many people have you made out with? Did you verify they weren't sick before you made out with them?
All right, so you're equating making out with somebody to just drinking wine out of somebody's leftover glass on a table at a restaurant. So you think it's about this?
Well, you know what's interesting?
Or eating off their plate. It's the same. I'm a nurse.
She's right.
You know what? You know what I read one time. Speaking of kissing and germs, that kissing isn't as germy as you think, because when you're kissing, you produce like immune boosting stuff in your mouth.
And germs?
What, hand sanitizer comes out of your salivary glands?
Which is the exact same stuff that comes out.
I've got Purell that comes out. When you kiss, I got Purell that comes out of my salivary glands.
It drips right out.
Yeah,
Soraya knows what I'm talking about.
MJ.
Yeah.
Hey, MJ, I sent you an email about my keto cupcakes. You still haven't responded.
No, I think I saw. You make keto cup. I'll tell you what. I'll eat a keto cupcake that someone's already taken 5 bites out of. Can you give me that?
I'll lick it before.
Oh, gee.
Don't threaten us with a good time.
Soraya, are you? Is this like refresh my memory? Is this just like a home baking deal, or are you in the business?
Yes. It's a business. It's Ugly Bundt Cakes, because when I first started making them, they were ugly. But it is a business. I have an LLC, and I bake from home.
All right.
And I'm a nurse.
And you're a nurse. All right, listen, send me another note. You know, I do see you're pretty active on my Instagram, so I do see your messages.
I am.
Yep, I see you in my DM. So, and you comment a lot. So thank you. I recognize the Ugly Bundt Cakes.
And I have been listening to you guys since I was a little girl, from MJ and BJ.
That's fantastic. Soraya, thank you. Keep in touch.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
All right. Let me grab 2 more calls on this. Yes, Rox.
Did you want any more fun facts on kissing? You pass along 80 million bacteria when you do, but don't be grossed out, because these shared germs actually boost your immune system.
Sounds like a web post.
Wow. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and post that up? Good. Let me grab Bill. Bill's in Spring Hill. Bill, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how you doing, MJ and crew? I just wanted to tell you that I worked at a bowling alley.
I thought you were going to say, I want to tell you that I just drank 17 glasses of wine off somebody's table. Bill, go ahead.
I knew somebody that would do that, though, but that's what I was going to tell you. He used to do cleanup at the bar. You know, he worked for minimum wage, and he would take the bags of garbage out. And we had seen him. He had like a little plastic bucket, and he would go open the garbage bags and get the cans out and pour beer, just mix it all together. Didn't matter what it was, he would drink it.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Last call on this, and I got to move on.
Wow.
Dave is in Spring Hill. Dave, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Last call.
Hey.
Oh, that kind of worked. Last call. Last call. Last call for alcohol.
Swipe off the table.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, it's DJ Dave, actually, and I've been a DJ for 45-plus years, worked in a lot of bars, and it was a ritual that we used to do at the end of the night. You know what the bar mat shots are? Where the bartender pours all of the drinks, usually on this little rubber mat.
Yeah, it's like
and
black.
all the spillages. Yeah, exactly. All the spillages, if that's the right word, that spill out of the glass and onto this mat at the end of the night, they pick up the mat and they pour it into shot glasses and drink all the different pour stuff.
Oh.
That must be disgusting.
That's like a suicide. You know, when you mixed all, you went to the soda machine and you put all the different sodas into a glass. They called it a suicide. I don't know if they still do, but when I was a kid, they did.
The way that mat works is it can hold a lot of liquid. Probably get a couple of shots out of it at the end of the day.
Thank you, buddy.
It holds a lot. All right, thank you.
Good one.
Thanks,
Good
Dave.
work, guys. Love you guys.
I love you too,
Good
Dave.
last
Thanks. Wow, that's
Love him? Wow.
That's ugly. All right, Fester.
Yeah.
Fester, tell me about the Big Brother controversy. There are 2 of them.
Holy crap, Big Brother's getting so crazy.
All right, now, Fester is a grown man, and Fester...
What does that matter?
In almost every way, I'm a grown man.
I wouldn't peg Fester as this, like, rabid Big Brother on CBS. Big, giant fan. You're like a P1 viewer.
Dude, I love Big Brother. I've watched episodes of Big Brother Canada. I've seen several seasons. Big Brother Australia is on Paramount Plus.
How about Big Brother North Korea?
It's only one guy sitting in a room. It's really not that
get
good.
shot. That's when they vote you out of the house. They shoot you with an anti-aircraft weapon.
You're right there.
It's with like Kim Jong-un's uncle. All right.
So Big Brother America is not as good as Big Brother North Korea, just because.
All right, so what's going? I saw two things. Two things.
One. Do you want the funny one or do you want the not funny
All right, let's do the not funny first. Then I already know what it is. One of the contestants said something really, really bad and has been ejected.
So you're always mic'd up. Of course, you're always on camera. That's the whole show.
Mhm.
And there's a guy from Florida. He lives in the States.
Yeah, his name is Luke. He's 30 years old. He's an illustrator from Coral Springs.
And he's casually talking with a couple of the other house guests. And he drops the N-word in conversation.
What?
And, in front of a very diverse group of people. There's a black guy in the crowd as well. And he even kind of jokes with them afterwards. And it's not on the show, but it's caught on the live feeds.
So you can watch the live feeds when it's not even on the air?
Yeah, you can watch them. We could tune in right now and watch them sleeping. Just sleeping in their bed. I mean, but while they're just, lounging around the living room, you just hear their conversation. And this stuff never really makes the show. But
the
it's
guy's name, Luke Valentine, and he was tossed out after dropping the N-word in a conversation. He was caught on the show's live feed early yesterday morning, Wednesday morning, in the middle of a conversation with Jared Fields, who is black,
right?
Corey Wurtenberger, and Hissam Ghoulie. The hot mic picked up Luke blurting out, "I'm in the effing cheese room, N-word." What is the cheese room?
So they have different themed rooms, and the have-not room, where you lose some privileges, has a big wedge of cheese. That's a bed.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun
They
room.
have like a room that's like they have one of the beds looks like a big foam hot dog. It's designed to be
Very
uncomfortable.
silly.
And there's a big piece of like cartoon style Swiss cheese like in the middle of the room, and you have to sleep on one of the people have to sleep on top of it. And he comes in, "I'm in the cheese room."
And the N-word went over the live stream.
Right.
Wow.
This clip would never have made it onto the
Wow.
air, even if he left that word out. But he said it in, first of all, he said it. It doesn't matter who was around.
Luke, a 30-year-old illustrator from Coral Springs, Florida, right nearby, tried to laugh it off before pausing and saying, "Dude," he then continued, "Anyways, we were in the effing cheese room," and then Luke apologized twice off camera because he said, "We're in the bleeping cheese room," and then used the N-word. And then he could be heard laughing and saying, "Yo, you're off the bleeping ledge." Corey and Hissam left the room. Luke turned to Jared and said, "He got more mad about that than you."
And Jared's a black guy.
Jared's a black guy. A little slip of the tongue. Jared responded, "I don't give a F." Luke later said, anyway, they've thrown him off. He's done.
So there's a code of conduct on Big Brother. You can't strike another person. You can't hit somebody.
Right.
You can't be violent. You can't assault somebody. You can't use racial slurs.
Well, I think that's pretty
good.
Every few years, there's a racial thing that comes up.
Wow.
Every few years there's
All right,
something.
now, that's the bad one. The funny one is...
One of my favorite contestants this year is Felicia.
Felicia or Felicia?
No, it's Felicia.
So it's by Felicia?
Yeah,
by Felicia.
And she's
not by Felicia.
She's the oldest person in the house this
How
year.
old is she?
I think she's 62. And she's bald-headed, and she's a realtor, I think, out of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And she's hysterical, and she's on the block this week. I hope she doesn't get voted off, by the way. But she has a thing where she keeps dropping her mic into the water, into the toilet, into the
it says
hot tub.
that she keeps destroying the mics on Big Brother on CBS. She's dropped mics into the toilet and the hot tub. she's ruined 3 microphones in just 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week. Tonight's the week.
These are like the wireless mics with the little pack.
Well, what they do is they have like mics that go around your neck, or they have mics that clip onto your thing. They have you can see everybody's battery box. And what happened was they opened up the backyard finally, so everybody runs into the backyard, and this larger woman sticks her, and she's older. She just wanted to stick her toe into the hot tub. And she tumbled head over ass into the hot tub, ruined the mic, and then 2 of them apparently dropped in the toilet.
Those are expensive, too. They're not cheap.
So now I think they're wrapping them in plastic for Felicia.
Put them in a dry bag or something, like a scuba dry bag. So we have a local shoplifting story here that has there's nothing funny about shoplifting, but what this guy said is kind of humorous. And what a shocker happened right here in the Tampa Bay area. Another great story out of Largo here in Pinellas County. After being caught stealing bicycle accessories from a Largo Walmart, this dude gave police some self-analysis of his shoplifting skills. He said, "I'm not good at shoplifting." So when the police were interviewing him, when they were trying to gather the facts, for his shoplifting at Walmart in Largo, the guy says, "Yeah, I'm not too good at shoplifting," according to police. Guy's name is Daniel Kazmar, 53 years old, just blurts it out while the cops are interviewing him. Following his arrest, he stole a bicycle pump, a bike lock, an inner tube from Walmart in Largo. Cops said he parked his bike, which had a flat tire, outside of the Walmart, entered the store, and took all of these items and stashed it under his T-shirt. Total of $35.88.
Come on, man.
And store security saw him jamming all these bicycle accessories under his shirt, and they alerted police, and then they made the arrest outside the store because... his bike was had a flat tire. He's probably doing the repair, right? He didn't even flee. He's in the parking lot at Walmart in Largo. Cops make contact with him, and then that's when he said to Largo police officer Luis Rodriguez. Good morning, Luis Rodriguez, Largo police. And he says, "Yeah, I'm not too good at shoplifting."
No kidding.
Yeah, this guy has a hell of a rap sheet. 2 prior convictions, a felony charge for Tuesday's alleged thievery. Last we saw, he's still locked up on $2,000 bond. He was arrested last month for stealing multiple drinks and sandwiches from a different Walmart in St. Pete. So, on that arrest, he was also charged with possession of fentanyl and drug paraphernalia. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the people of Walmart.
So this Largo Walmart has been in the news several times because of shoplifters.
Yeah, we've talked about this Largo Walmart in the past. Absolutely.
Earlier in the year, they busted a shoplifter who's on recording police body cam just saying, "Just take me to jail."
Oh, yeah. We talked about that story.
Right?
Yeah.
And then another time, more recently, I think a month ago, there was another guy arrested for shoplifting, and he expressed to the police how he was afraid that it would affect his future. And the police were like, yeah, I think it will.
Roxanne, what do you think about the...
Yeah. I know where you're going.
Where am I going?
You're the one that I want.
That is correct. Mm-hmm. So...
Grease?
Well, sorta.
Do I need to be in the picture?
Sorta. So I just gave Roxanne a little clue. I went...
Just one word.
I went, ooh, and then Roxanne went...
You better shape up, 'cause I need a man.
All right, so...
Shut up, Sam.
What does that have to do with this? Ooh.
Olivia.
Yeah.
Was she back from the dead?
Well, you know what?
What?
You might be right.
You're the one that I want.
Yeah. All right, hang on a minute.
Ooh.
Breaking Olivia John. Woo.
We need to change her little to ooh.
Ooh. We've got some creepy Olivia John, who left us. Was it earlier this year, or when was that?
Yeah. I think it was earlier this year.
Oh, hang on.
I don't know.
Stand by. We'll get to that. Oh, you got to hear this. You got to. And then we got to talk about jugging. There's something called jugging, and local police are putting out a warning on jugging. Folks, this could affect all of you. You've got to hear this warning. Hang on. We'll get to that. We got a lot of stuff in the next segment. So don't move. We're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. 8:57 at the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew. I got Froggy. What are you working on over there, Froggy? You got a big shelving project or what?
Oh, yeah, I've been working all morning. Busy day.
just not much on the MJ Morning Show. Big deal, big sale?
Big.
I have a story that's going to disturb you because you're a massive animal lover. I'll get to that in a second. Well, also, there's sort of a connection to you as well. So
I'd rather see a dead human than a dead animal.
Oh, don't say that.
Dude, I'm for real. I don't know. There's something about it.
Hang on. I got to get to Olivia Newton-John first. And this is absolutely woo. I got to play my little spooky woo sound effect. Woo. Yeah, Olivia Newton-John. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Woo. So what's going on? Oh, you know what I just saw on that page? I was mentioning Nelson from The Simpsons earlier.
Yeah.
That's the noise I was trying to imitate earlier this morning. Yeah. All right. So Olivia Newton-John. Now, Roxanne, you're aware of the story.
Yes, I am.
Because when I brought this up, you saw this as well.
I saw this yesterday.
Why didn't you send this to me?
You know what? As soon as you brought it up, I was like, I forgot to send that to you. Darn.
Me
But
too.
you found it.
I found it and then I forgot to send it.
And this is not like from creepyweirdcrap.com.
No.
This is like People Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Relatives of the now deceased Olivia Newton-John says that she's appearing in an orb that's flying around.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But not just any orb that you might see in someone's camera phone videos. Like, this is a special orb.
It's a special orb. And Olivia Newton-John, who died a year ago. I can't believe it's been a year. God, she was such a sweetie. And what a talent. I mean, that upset me. You know, that upset me a bit when Olivia Newton-John passed away.
Okay.
But she died 1 year ago, actually, August 8th of 2022. Olivia Newton-John passed away.
So both John Travolta's loves. I mean, he didn't date her, but he was obviously very, very close to her. They were incredibly close.
I think that
his
rocked
wife Kelly Preston.
I think that rocked John Travolta when Olivia Newton-John passed away as well. So Olivia Newton-John, according to family members, is appearing as a blue orb.
Okay.
But here's the deal. The blue orb that family members are seeing floating around, it's the same blue color as an aquamarine necklace that Olivia Newton-John wore all the time.
There's a lot more to this story than just that, though. I mean, if you're floored by that, keep reading.
Her husband and their daughter, Chloe, they have seen the orb floating around, and they're saying it's the exact same color as this jewelry, this aquamarine stone that she used to wear. So, again, it's been just over a year. It's been a year and 2 days since Olivia Newton-John passed away. The daughter, Chloe, says that 2 weeks after her mother, Olivia Newton-John, passed away, that her phone was bumped or hit and it accidentally took a picture of her dog. And in the picture, right next to the dog's head, was Olivia Newton-John floating in the blue orb. In the picture captured on the cell phone. So she claims the phone accidentally went off. So people are now saying that wasn't an accident. That was Olivia Newton-John making the phone take a picture of her inside the blue orb floating around next to the dog's head.
Oh, my gosh.
Do you have a picture of it?
No, but I'm
Why are you going, oh, my gosh?
What are you saying, oh, my gosh, for?
I'm trying to picture Olivia trapped in this orb.
Dude, you just jammed us up like you had something big to contribute. You got nothing.
I think this whole story is ridiculous. I don't believe any of it.
Fester.
I don't buy any of it. I mean, this whole thing's crap. I'm trying to make a mockery out of a mockery.
Let me tell you something. She told her family that when she passed, they said, we want you to show us that you're still here. And she goes, I'm going to show up as one of those blue orb things. She told them prior to dying that that's what she was going to do.
Yeah, I don't believe this stuff either.
That's fine if you don't.
I'm with, gosh. I'm with Fester.
All right, I'm going to come back and visit my family as a clogged toilet, okay? But every year or so, we're going to have a clogged toilet. Hey, there's Dad.
Yeah, let me physically fly around the room in a blue orb.
I told you.
Yeah.
The reading that I've been doing lately about death is when you die, you all of a sudden realize I have this enormous spirit. How did it fit into my body? So imagine if you have that enormous spirit, you're able to do cool things like turn into an orb. I mean, Olivia had a big performing spirit on this earth.
And fly to Xanadu. I'm sorry.
You know why it's not true? Because have you guys heard of Houdini?
Yes.
Have we heard of Houdini?
Yeah.
The Houdini?
Yeah, the magician.
Yeah.
The magician
Yes.
Houdini?
Before he died, when he was...
I think his real name, I'll tell you what, for $10,000, hands in the air. No, hands in the air. Up above your head like you're being arrested. Hands in the air.
I've been
Roxanne?
I'm not Googling. I'm texting.
Both hands in the air. Both hands in the air. What are you doing?
I'm having my phone nervousness thing again.
Put your hands in the air. No. Can for $10,000? Can anyone tell me what Houdini's? Put your
I'm
phone.
not looking at nothing.
You're on your phone.
I got a
Okay,
text.
go.
Get your question.
I get your question. I think I know the answer. Go ahead.
Okay.
How he died? I know. He got punched in the stomach.
What do you think I was going to ask you?
What his real name is?
Do you know?
Yes.
Well, that wasn't the question.
Who cares? That's his real name. What's the question?
Do you know his real name?
No, who cares is my answer.
I know his name.
No, you don't.
It's Mario.
I always thought it was like Harry Houdini.
No,
but...
I think Houdini's real name was Eric Weiss.
Okay, so what's the question?
Oh, like his non-stage name. Okay,
Eric.
okay.
And he spelled it. He spelled it ERICH as well. Eric Weiss. Yeah, I was going to give $10,000 for that. All right. Anyway,
really?
So yeah, I don't believe the Olivia Newton-John thing, but
you didn't let me finish. Harry Houdini said before he died that when he dies, he wants them to, hum and what is it called?
Huh?
Chance? What?
Bring him back.
Seance?
Seance.
A seance.
He said, have a seance and contact me, and if I am able, I will contact you. And they can never contact Houdini. It's not real.
Isn't there something where like every Halloween there's some kind of thing at like his gravesite or something with Houdini? Anyway, Olivia Newton-John's family, they swear that she's visiting in this blue orb that's floating around. Olivia's husband, John Easterling, saw the orb just 2 months ago, according to People magazine. He went to Peru with her ashes to hold a private ceremony where they'd gotten married. He took a picture, and the orb appeared right between his eyes. Are you kidding me?
All right.
So, Fessa, what do you make out of this? Are they
okay? I mean, it's a bunch of people who love their friend and mother, and okay.
I miss you, Sandy. I want to see the orb. Sandy, it's you. I'm here. Oh my God! You better shape up. Did you know a hickey from Kinnicky's like a hard my car? Sandy, I miss you.
Here we go. Yeah, my woo is getting drowned out because we have one sound pot. I can't play two things at once.
This is a dump.
This system is bush.
Such a creative
This whole
show.
system is bush here.
All right.
So
I have a friend who believes every time they see a butterfly, it's their mother's spirit.
I have a friend that sees ladybugs.
Yeah, and guess what? That's real.
She always puts. I also have a friend who said every time they find like a penny on the floor, oh my God.
Pennies from heaven.
Dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Or where you step on a crack, your mother does crack.
Dead. Let me drop a penny.
You guys are terrible. No, I'll tell you something, not to bring the show down, but my best friend, you know this, MJ, but she died just recently. Her celebration of life is on Saturday. This is my best friend. She died of cancer.
So sorry.
And she appears as a butterfly.
To you?
The color purple. And so I see her all the time.
I don't believe that's the case.
Okay. And she appears in my daughter's dreams.
Okay. Your daughter knew her.
I saw my dead grandfather in the mirror before basketball camp.
Oh, you told us that. You've told that story several times.
I saw my grandmother while she was alive using the bathroom.
All right, there we go. Fester's got to ruin everything.
Come on. Eventually, there's got to be some kind of dumb punchline.
Fester ruins everything. All right, so Froggy, this is going to perturb you. This is going to upset you.
Great. Let's do it then.
A woman abandoned her dog at the airport because they told her that she needed to put the dog in a crate. So she just left the dog in the airport and got on the plane and flew away. What the hell?
As insensitive as that sounds, what other options did she have?
But hang on.
Don't take the trip. Take the dog home.
It gets more personal. It gets weirder. It was a French bulldog. Those dogs are like $2,500 to $3,000, even up to $5,000. And this woman just abandons her French bulldog?
I would have been like, I'll take it. Frenchies are the best.
This is nuts. A woman abandoned her 7-year-old, Woman abandoned her 7-year-old French bulldog at the Pittsburgh airport.
She's had it for 7 years?
7-year French bulldog.
Garbage.
Dumped it in the parking lot on Friday after being told that she was unable to bring the dog on the flight on her vacation, according to the Allegheny County Police Department. The unidentified woman was set to board a flight at Pittsburgh. The flight said, nope, you're not allowed to bring the dog on the plane, and you got to have a crate to put the dog in order to check the dog as live animal, baggage. And she apparently wanted no part of that and just dumped the dog at the airport, desperate for a way out. The owner tried to convince the airline staff to grant her a boarding pass for the dog as an emotional support pet, but they said no.
You got to set that up in advance.
Well,
you can't just bring an animal.
Hold on. The whole emotional support thing, that's over. The airlines have totally cracked down on that. You have to have a real service animal these days. You have to have actual documentation, and it has to be designated a real service animal, not just buy an emotional support vest off of eBay for $24, put it on, and have some juked up document that you made on Microsoft Word, which people were doing and getting by and getting away with that for years. Those days are over. If you notice, you have seen I fly a considerable amount. And do you remember one time we had 4 emotional support dogs within like one row of where I was sitting? I'm not kidding. I had 4 dogs on the floor with their fake little vests. All right? That was the most I ever had on one flight. And that was 4 near me. There might have been other dogs on the airplane. But if you notice when you travel, that whole juked up system of everyone trying to fly with their dogs for free. Oh, I've got anxiety. This and that. I got a hangnail. This is my emotional support hangnail dog. And,
that's over.
I got a wart on my left ass cheek. This is my emotional support butt cheek dog.
I got one of those.
Yeah, so, those days, if you notice when you fly, you don't see anywhere near the number of people flying with their dogs. It just doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. And I fully support true bona fide service animals that are helping the blind or people with physical impairment. Absolutely. But the folks that were wambooking the system and scamming it up good, I don't have any tolerance for that. But this woman ditches the dog to get on the airplane. Left the dog behind so she could go on vacation. What the heck?
What a bitch.
I mean, no, the dog was a male.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was a female.
No, it was a male dog. Anyway, it's unknown whether the owner got on the initial flight that they intended to board with the French bulldog or took a different flight. We don't know that, but they dumped the dog at the airport. So police, this is the Pittsburgh Airport Police, they learned of the situation when they found the French bulldog unattended in a stroller.
The hell?
The person left the dog in a stroller around 5:30 in the morning near the short-term parking. What kind of a person abandons their 7-year-old French bulldog in the Pittsburgh airport parking lot in a stroller? What is wrong with this person?
It must have been a really good vacation.
So when police located the dog, officers discovered that there was a chip in the French bulldog's neck. So they were able to track down the owner information via that. The investigation revealed the owner then abandoned the dog near short-term parking and then proceeded to get on the flight. The Pittsburgh Police Department, the airport folks, working that, they posted a whole thing on their Facebook page with pictures of the dog. I mean, it's an adorable 7-year-old French bulldog, all smushed in face and everything, going,
Aww.
Does your dog make all kinds of grunty noises?
She doesn't grunt that much.
No?
No.
Shortly after police encountered the dog, they contacted a Pennsylvania state dog warden, handed over the pet. From that point on, the warden confirmed the dog was safe and sound at an animal shelter called Animal Friends. They were notified of the case involving the suspected dog dumping and short-term parking. This is crazy. Yeah, so the owner is going to face charges. So there's a whole bunch of charges. Animal endangerment, abandoning the animal. There's all kinds of charges. And also maybe $1,000 fine for the actual abandonment itself. Wow. Anyone convicted of abandoning or attempting to abandon a dog in the state of Pennsylvania can face a maximum fine of $1,000.
You should be put in jail.
I mean, this is awful. Yeah, the owner was reported not to have proper documents to board the flight with the dog, so they abandoned the dog in the short-term parking. That is terrible.
Poor pup.
Yeah, there was a San Francisco story as well.
Of a dog?
A dog that was also abandoned at San Francisco, sometime. I think we talked about that as well.
These are sad stories.
That's a crazy, crazy story. So we've talked about this in the past, and this has to do with being alert. Situational awareness. You know what situational awareness is, Froggy?
Oh, please. Are you kidding me?
Tell me what situational awareness is. Or
it's all about covering your ASP, active self-protection. Always have your head on the swivel.
There you go. Froggy nailed it. 100%.
I take classes.
You have to be aware of your surroundings. We've talked about this in the past, but apparently this is starting to juice up a little bit. And there was a car chase here in Pinellas County. Now, they call it jugging. And jugging is when you are observed at an ATM machine taking money out.
Right.
And if you know what? I just said ATM machine, which is very redundant because technically I just said ATM machine.
You could call it AT machine.
Automatic teller machine. I'm going to get the papers. All right. So here's the deal. Recent case here in Pinellas County, and deputies, they got into a car chase. 4 suspects robbed a woman over the weekend here in Pinellas County. Woman called 911 to say that she was robbed. They held a gun at her at home after she got money out of the ATM. So what happens is they watch you take the money out of an ATM. They then follow you. Once you get into your car, they follow you. In this case, they followed the woman home. And it's called bank jugging.
And you know she has money on her because she just left the ATM.
More cases are happening. There's been like a rise in cases here in Florida recently. And the Pinellas County investigators, the police on this, they ended up getting into a car chase. The car that had the bolo, they found the car, and when they tried to light up the car to pull it over, the vehicle ran. Then they tried to do a pit maneuver to whack the rear end of the car, spin the car out. Car got away. Then there was a second pit maneuver that was attempted, and then they abandoned the vehicle. So they pulled over. All 4 doors flew open, and the guys just run into the woods. So 2 rammings with the pit maneuver. Then they sent out the dogs. So they sent the dogs out, and all 4 suspects have been captured. All 4 dogs were caught by the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. Good job.
They were caught by the dogs.
Yeah. Well, the dogs helped, I guess, track them down.
Okay.
So all 4 were arrested. But again, you got to be careful. If you're taking money out of an ATM, just take a look. Make sure you're not being watched, and then make sure you're not being followed. And in many cases, potentially followed home where they try to, stick you up for the money. So it's called bank jugging, and we've talked about this in the past, but now we have a recent story, according to this Pinellas County Sheriff's Office release, that just happened last weekend. So good for Pinellas County deputies for making the arrest. A lot of times, they'll run. Maybe you'll get one, and then the one that's captured doesn't talk, won't roll over on the other 3. they got a little code going on that if one of us get caught, you'd shut your mouth. But they got all 4 of these bad guys. And I'm guessing that they're no Boy Scouts. I'm guessing they have criminal records already. So hopefully they'll be dealt a nice long stretch of state prison time.
Actually, they are Boy Scouts, and they just got their badge for jugging.
Oh, I just got the jugging badge. Look at that. I just got. Hey, Mom, can you sew on my bank jugging badge, please?
How cute.
And they're selling popcorn next week. Don't the Boy Scouts? Girl Scouts sell the cookies, and the Boy Scouts sell the popcorn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, speaking of automotive issues here in the Tampa Bay area, this is nuts. A 17-year-old kid ran over a guy. Yeah, this is not a way to start your driving career, son. All right? 17 years old. This is down in Bradenton. Bradenton police put out a release, and it turns out a 17-year-old ran over a guy. He's been hit with attempted murder charges. The 17-year-old kid got into an argument with a guy. The teen driver, the 17-year-old, drives away, and then I guess he was just stewing and steaming. He turns the car around and then floors it and runs into the guy. The windshield is all bashed in. The roof of the car is all caved in. So Bradenton police, according to their release, they responded to a hit and run down on Manatee Avenue. This was on Tuesday. And they, through investigation, they found that this 35-year-old individual, a man, got into an argument with the 17-year-old, and the teen drove away, and then I guess he was just fuming. He then whipped the car around and then intentionally ran into the guy, threw him onto the windshield, smashing that, and the whole roof is dented in. I mean, what's 17 years old?
It's all that Grand Theft Auto, Froggy.
Yeah, you know.
Here's a quote. It's unfortunate that people had to witness this last night, but we're grateful for the witnesses that did stay to speak with our officers and contacted us later. The information that witnesses provided to us was really essential in bringing this case to a resolution quickly, according to the Bradenton Police Public Information Officer Meredith Framelli. Yeah, I think I'm sure they know by now, but they were still trying to figure out whether the 17-year-old knew the guy that he ran over. Yeah, the victim was injured pretty badly. Didn't die, was in critical condition, but now stable, apparently. But what is wrong with a 17-year-old kid? I mean, you can be charged as an adult, and I'm hoping they do. So if we ever get any more information of the story on why this 17-year-old intentionally ran over the guy, we'll bring an update on the story. But that is absolutely nuts. Fester, have you marked your calendar for the Taco Bell breaking news?
Yes. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of where it doesn't apply. I know all details about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is Taco Bell Taco Tuesday breaking news. And I will deliver that amazing information to you. And Fester, apparently he's fully up to speed. Fester, you might know more about this than me.
I actually am.
You might want to just take over the story.
CNN and USA Today contacted me as a source for this article.
All right, and I got a couple of airplane things. Something, what the hell was that?
Froggy hit his elbow into the microphone.
Stretching. Sorry, my back.
Dude, just whack the microphone.
You can't whack a microphone.
Now, folks, you might not want to say this to a pilot as you're boarding the aircraft. Also, I have an airplane warning. If you want to avoid a potential $10,000 fine on your next flight, do not do this. That's just a couple of items. We got a lot to get to, and we'll get to it next in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on a Thursday. First day of school for many. And that's next. Don't move. Back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Let's talk. All right, 9:30 at the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew here in the final award-winning chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on a Thursday morning, first day of school for many. What was it? Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Sarasota, Citrus back today. It's going to be Polk County back tomorrow, and then a bunch of slackers up in Hernando. They go back on Monday. Yeah, kind of late. All right, Fester, what do you know about the Taco Bell update and Taco Tuesday that I was about to deliver, but I just might put it into your hands? Should we do a special report with Fester Dolt?
Would I throw it to myself?
Yes. All right, stand by. I'm going to go to network in 3, 2, 1. This is an NBC News special report. Now, here is Fester Dolt.
Good evening, Fester Dolt, reporting live from the news center.
We have breaking news from Big Taco
Big Taco.
So, listen, everybody knows that we've talked about it several times.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, apparently some place named Taco John's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I think they're Wyoming. They
out west.
But I thought they had like 3 stores, but it turns out they had like 400 stores. It's like Taco John's. And they, years ago, they scooped up the service mark or trademark for Taco Tuesday in all but like a handful of states.
All but one state.
Was it just one state?
New Jersey.
Was that it?
Yes.
And essentially, Taco Bell said, man, Taco Tuesday's become a thing here. You know, was it LeBron James?
He did a bunch of Instagram videos where he was having Taco Tuesday with his
family. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I go to Tijuana Flats occasionally. They have Taco Tuesdays. It's spelled differently. You know, but so Taco Tuesday is a thing, and it should be free for everybody.
Well, Taco Bell said, you know what? We're going after Taco John. And essentially, Taco Bell has very, is that still Yum Brands? Taco Bell? And
KFC, Pizza Hut,
right?
Taco Bell.
Yum Brands, right? So they decided, you know what? We don't want Taco John to have this whole Taco Tuesday. It's kind of become, a ubiquitous term. It's become more generic, kind of like Kleenex, for a tissue. So Taco Bell.
The noble people at Taco Bell not only wanted
Free the Taco Tuesday.
They didn't want it for themselves.
Yeah.
They wanted it for everybody. So I can open up a Taco Hut right now and use Taco Tuesdays.
Right. So Taco Bell essentially said, we got deep pockets. We can fight this legally all day long. Taco John's said, you know what? We give up. We don't want to spend the potentially millions of dollars in legal fees here. We surrender. So Taco John's has given up their trademarks to Taco Tuesday, essentially freeing it for everyone. And with that celebration of the freeing of Taco Tuesday to be used universally by everyone, Taco Bell's going to celebrate. So what do you know about this, Fester?
I know that starting this next Tuesday, August 15th, Taco Bell is giving away. Oh, sorry.
What's talking over here?
Sometimes that happens.
Why is the phone
I think
talking?
my phone thought
Right.
I said something like, "Hey Siri."
Yeah, you're right. Because you didn't even have your fingers or hands anywhere near it.
All right, so tell me what you know about the taco update here.
So Taco Bell is giving away free tacos on August 15th, August 22nd, the 29th of August, and September 5th. They're giving away a free beef nacho cheese Dorito Locos taco.
But this is leading up to the biggie.
The biggie.
Yeah, all right, so let me just repeat that. Between now and the big date, Taco Bell is giving away free season beef nacho cheese Doritos Locos tacos on Tuesdays starting next Tuesday. So August 15th, August 22nd, August 29th, and September 5th. The offer is good at participating Taco Bell
The next
locations.
4
No
weeks.
purchase necessary. The offer is limited to one taco per person today while supplies last. Delivery fees, taxes, and tip will apply. Anyway, so that's like the lead up. But the big payday is going to come on
Like September 12th or something?
September 12th.
The next week.
The big celebration, September 12th, Taco Tuesday, when Taco Bell and food delivery service DoorDash will put $5 million towards orders from any participating vendor selling Mexican food. What? More details on how it works will be revealed in the days ahead, according to Taco Bell.
So I could order from another Mexican-themed restaurant and Taco Bell will cover it?
We have to wait for the full details, but they got some big, huge, groundbreaking thing they're going to do on September 12th.
$5 million is a lot of money, but when you put it over the country and all the Mexican orders, it doesn't sound like that much.
When you spread it out or amateurize it or whatever.
So let me ask you this, MJ.
Yeah, what?
Morning show ends about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
I think Taco Bell's open up maybe at 10 o'clock, maybe 11.
Well, don't some Taco Bells do breakfast, right?
Okay, so maybe they're open.
Maybe they're open earlier than that.
How many Taco Bells can I hit in one day? Can I hit 10? 10 Taco Bell Tuesday?
You ought to drag Buck the video guy on.
Yeah.
Drag him around and make him video and put together a Fester taco blitz.
I'll keep him around all day.
For free tacos all day long. All right, so big breaking taco news. Now, don't get fined potentially up to $10,000 by the FAA. Do you know what could land you a $10,000 fine on your flight if you attempt this? And it's nothing like trying to open up the exit doors mid-flight. It's not like banging on the cockpit, screaming that you want to take the plane down. No, I'm not talking about that. What potentially could be a $10,000 nail in your back? Something that... Why are you smirking over there, Roxanne?
Oh, that's just my face now. It's a new face.
Like the Joker? So your new Joker face? Is that
Why so serious? It would have to be something pretty aggressive,
Yeah.
right? To get a $10,000 fine seems like a heavy fine from the FAA.
It is a big fine. Do not bring alcohol on the flight and attempt to consume it on the airplane. So people, and they say that. Have you ever heard?
I thought that was totally illegal anyway.
It is.
Sneaking booze on the plane?
Well, no, you can carry booze. For instance, you might have your duty-free liquor, or you purchase something at the restaurant, or you're not even supposed to bring a roadie cup. So if you have a cup, a lot of airports they don't allow you to take away alcohol. But
At
some
the
people
airport or anywhere.
Some people will have their own little little cup what like a Tervis tumbler, whatever they call us.
So I carried my Yeti cup on a flight I went on last weekend, and I sit down in my seat and I wedge myself in the seat, and the person next to me looks over to me and says, "Hey, anything good in that cup?" And I'm like,
"Do you want a sip?"
I'm like, "No, nothing."
Maybe it was an air marshal and he was going to bust you. Do you think the
Yeah.
air marshals would bust?
I don't
someone for
think the
that?
air marshal was sitting middle seat in a Spirit flight, but
Yeah, just a heads up. Just a heads up that here in the United States, you could be fined thousands of dollars. Other countries have the same deal. You cannot bring your own alcohol on the airplane and consume it. Little customer service message, or public service announcement here on the MJ Morning Show. But
that is a good one. When I go to Mise en Place, the cafe there, that's like my ritual before I fly. I like to have a glass of red wine there, and they'll put it in a cup.
Whoa,
Yes.
in the airport.
In
There's a
the-
Mise en
inside the
Place.
airport.
Yeah. You're talking about Mise en Place at the airport,
Yes.
not Mise en Place on Kennedy.
Oh, I just found it. And so look, this is me. This is my little cup that I have, and then they give you, when I take my cup out of cafe, it gives you a little sticker. I'm on the no-fly list. Like they tell you.
Oh, really?
You cannot take this cup.
Show the camera. Put it up to the
it's
camera.
Interesting.
So on their cup, they say no fly list. You can't take this on the airplane?
Just a friendly reminder.
Your screen went off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hold it up to the camera. All right, you got it? Wow, that's interesting. So are you one of the Nervous Nelly flyers where you show up at the airport like way early to get tanked up at the bar?
No.
Because I've got some people I know that have to limber up. I know some people that are nervous flyers, and we've got the airport timed out pretty well. We live in South Tampa. We're very close to Tampa International Airport, and we've got it. We don't check luggage. 99% of the time, we do not check luggage. If the kids are going back to school, we got big duffel bags, then that gets checked. But when Michelle, our family, we'll go on a 2-week vacation to Japan or to Europe, and we do not check bags. We have our compliant wheelie, and then we each have a backpack, and that's how we roll. That's how we travel. So we get to the airport, and we're TSA pre-check, and typically at Tampa International for pre-check, it's amazing. You got the regular schmuck line, and I go to TSA pre-check, and like when we flew up to New York last weekend, leaving Tampa last Thursday, a week ago. There was no one in the pre-check line. I mean, I literally just walked right up, and I'm looking at the regular line was already way down the side of the hall, even like down, where you exit the tram. It was like all snaked up and then all the way down. And I'm like, look at this. What a mess.
What a mess.
And so, but we have the timing down. So we typically get to the airport, maybe half an hour prior to boarding. And it works out very, very well.
That's risky.
But I know people. I've got friends of mine that are just nervous flyers. They'll get to the airport 2.5 hours early so they can pull up a chair at the bar and get all lubed up before the flight. No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding.
I know.
Mine's more like not a superstition, but just like it's my ritual. Like I like to go there. I mean, if it's 10 o'clock, if it's an 8 o'clock in the morning flight, I'm obviously not going to do that.
Oh, yeah, you do. Oh, come on. Just tell us
You've
the
seen
truth.
me drink tequila in here at 8 o'clock. I guess
Just
maybe
tell
you're
us.
right.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up, another airline alcohol story. There's a video going around of a passenger going up to the Southwest pilot, who is not very happy about this, asking the pilot if he's been drinking.
Yeah, it just seems like due diligence.
That's don't take the pilot's eye off the ball by asking him a stupid question like that. Yeah, a woman by the name of Jamie DeGeorge put a video on social media. They've since gotten such a backlash that the video has been removed, and Jamie is seen asking a Southwest Airlines pilot if he's been drinking before the flight. And the pilot, you could see on his face, the pilot who is being videoed for the response did not think it was very funny. You could see it in the pilot's face that he was visibly unhappy with what was being asked. And then the individual asking the question then said, "Oh, my God, you ever heard of a joke? I'm a comedian." And the pilot just didn't think it was very funny. And the video is about 45 seconds long. And it shows the pilot pulling DeGeorge aside and explaining to him why even joking about a pilot drinking can create problems.
Absolutely, he can.
Well, because let's say, oh my God, the pilot's been drinking. Oh, there's the pilot. A little game of telephone, and before you know it, I mean, there could be an investigation. The police could be called, FAA, and you could have a flight delayed or canceled. I mean, don't even joke about that. It's like you don't even joke about a bomb. Don't even ask somebody for lip balm at the airport.
I don't even greet my friend Jack at the airport.
Don't even talk about, hey, I'm thinking about buying a Bombardier jet ski, all right? Don't even say that.
You know, I follow a guy on YouTube who his whole thing is to go up to cops and ask them if they've been drinking. And one of the cops is like, talks to him for a while, and then the cop is like, I'll take a test right now, and gives himself a DUI test. And he comes up perfectly clean. The guy's like, wow, that's very impressive.
Does a breathalyzer right then and there?
Yeah, he does a breathalyzer for the guy right there. And he's like, told you. All right, just want to make sure.
Yeah, the pilot was pissed off, but even the implication of saying it, I mean, it could cause problems. Don't joke about bombs or shootings or guns. Don't ask the pilot if he's drunk or drinking. It's not funny.
Unless you see him throwing back a shot. Then
Well, we did talk about that pilot that was like drinking and on the way to the airplane. Remember that he was caught on surveillance video.
It happens.
Hey, listen, we had a pilot that got busted in Paris recently coming back to the United States. It was a U.S. pilot, U.S. airline, and he was it French authorities? Where was that? Was that France?
It was in France, yeah.
Or wherever the hell it was.
Like the intercom says, if you see it, report it.
Yeah. No, it's if you see something, say something.
Oh,
I think that's what the slogan is. All right, anything else before we get out of here?
No.
All right, folks, have a fantastic day. It is a Thursday. We'll see you back here tomorrow for the Friday show as we wrap up the week. If you need to get a hold of me, I'm MJ at MJMorningshow.com. Give me a follow on my Insta. I am certified MJ Radio. The show is MJ Morning Show on Instagram. And we'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And let's be careful out there.
Good morning. Hear the latest MJ Morning Show podcast on the Q105 app, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident